Mike, take us into this wonderful world of cyber plus punk.
Let me see what I can do for us all here. Yes, we will be playing Cyber Plus Punk. It comes in this fancy little booklet thing, and everything folds up. Uh, it's kind of neat. Whole game built as like fold out pamphlets, so like you only get like what you need at a time. Kind of helpful. Um, it is written by Emmanuel Melo. It is published by MythWorks. Fun fact: tonight plus the next 2 nights, all games published by MythWorks. Just how that one worked out. Um, it's cool. It is a Forged in the Dark game. It is based on Blades in the Dark, and it is for doing your last desperate cyberpunk mission type games. Um, which brings us to what we're doing tonight, right? We're going to do our last desperate cyberpunk mission. It's going to be good. And as Blair has reminded us in chat, make sure we talk about the wonderful boons and banes which are available for the game tonight. And let me scroll up so that I have that list in front of me. So yes, for those of you watching in chat and those of you who want to make donations, because we should all want to make donations because Elevated Access deserves that. For $10, you can give an extra die to a player to use in a roll. For $10, you can add 1 die to the Flirt Fund, which any character can claim one out of the pool when they need it, but you have to use it to flirt with somebody. Also for $10, you can reduce the threat or increase the effect level for a player. So in effect, when they try to do something, it will be less dangerous for them to do so or more likely to be more effective. Also for $10, you can give me the opportunity to do that in the opposite direction to them. Because that's fair, right? We want it to be fun. Keep it complicated. Keep it exciting. For $50, you can have what is labeled here as Mecha Crimbo Magic, where you can grant someone a free crit success. They can just wait, they can sit on it, just bam, crit success. Also here for $50, Enter the Cyber Krampus. You can do the same thing for me, because, no, anyway. And one more that's in the list is if you make a donation of $100, for up to 5 times that people do that tonight, I will match your donation as a donation to the Trevor Project, who is another charity that we have supported in our holiday efforts in the past, who also are rad and deserve your donations. So those are there. If people want to make donations, make sure when you are filling out the donation forms that you do include a note in there about like if you want to buy one of these things, if you want to give a die to a character, if you want to put a die in the Flirt Fund, if you want to do something like that, please let us know in the comments field when you're making your donation, just so that we can keep track of it. We can figure that one out. Otherwise, we're here. We're here to play a game. And our game opens with 4 grizzled cyberpunk veterans here, standing shoulder to shoulder in an elevator as it's descending. Through the glass wall of the elevator behind you, we see the skyline of Night City, illuminated, snow falling from the sky, the buildings lit with Christmas lights as like canned. So old at this point in terms of the game that it's probably out of copyright. Christmas music is playing over the tinny little speaker in this elevator as it's going downwards. And let's take this moment to introduce what our characters actually look like. Sin, you're kind of top right here for me as I'm looking at the video chat. So how about we start there? Let's talk about Snips. What does Snips look like riding this elevator downwards?
So Snips basically looks like this: bandana over the head, funky little glasses, flannel shirt that seems kind of full of stuff. And basically, if a hipster was out of time and in the future, scar over one eye for some reason, and they are looking ahead disdainfully at Imp's jacket. Just there is one little thread, and and you see that they are playing with their little snippers through their fingers, just like I could get it. Oh, I can't get it. They'll notice. I want to get it. And yeah, that's Snips.
Cool. Then yeah, Sin, why don't you tell us what Imp looks like here?
Imp
Elevator.
is well. First, I'll share the words to describe their look: sharp, intense, and fierce. They are wearing probably it would look like black leather type bodysuit with excessively pointed hair, like unnaturally pointy hair that goes in various directions. And I think the best way to describe them would be uh, as they look over and pull the thread out just a little bit further as if they are daring Snips. And they say under their breath,
Unexistent gods! Snip.
damn, I lost the bet. And they look up and hearing the holiday music say, I fucking hate this time of year.
The song ends and it's like that, like it's from like the late 50s. They've been using it in an Amazon commercial. It's like a little kid singing. It's like Mamacita, donde está Santa Claus? Like comes on. Like it's been stuck in my head for days now. It's just, and it's through like the tiny, tinny little speaker. It's the 2040s. A decent speaker in an elevator should not be a heavy lift, and it just still sounds terrible.
There's a consideration of stabbing the speaker, but they don't.
At least it sounds better than the Japanese cover of it.
Yes. So, Anna, how about Evelyn? What do we see here?
I think mixing in with the tinny Christmas music is the kind of loud and upbeat music coming from Evelyn's cell phone. She's leaning back in the elevator, almost sitting on the railing, playing. It's probably a Disney Gashapon mobile game for Disney's 500th anniversary, I guess, would be at this point. Not really paying attention to everyone else. Fitted black pants and boots, kind of black leather jacket, an almost corseted top, purple accents all over, and probably a few too many straps than there should be. Her hair is indigo and tied back in a couple braids, kind of partially up, mostly down in braids. It's a little confusing to tell when you look at her too closely.
Cool. And then Casey, tell us about Cam.
So Cam is wearing a full what they call them in Cyberpunk body conversion, and he went full Street Shark. He is every bit of Street Shark. If you've seen the cartoon Street Shark, that is Cam. He's wearing a black bomber jacket, and he's got brass knuckles because he's always ready to go down for a fight. Tactical like pants tucked in with black boots. Real black Air Force energy, Air Force One energies. Yeah, he's got red eyes, and he's looking up, and he heard that prefers the sniper's music, and he's like, and he just punches the radio. He's like, I don't like this time of year either, boss. He just punches the speaker out.
I think it's actually appropriate since Imp said they lost the bet that Imp is handing credits over to Cam.
Yes! Yes! I love it.
Cool. All right. So yes, we have this view of everybody here in this elevator as we like get the view of Night City at Christmas time and the perfect glittering snowfall behind you as the buildings are all lit up. And then like the view out the glass windows fades out and like it kind of clicks. It's like, oh, right. The elevators in this arcology are in the center of the building. There's no external glass elevators here at all. And like the screen, it's a screen in the back there that was showing this like fake view of the city. and it comes up and it has like this just random dude who's like really awkwardly with a thumbs up. He's like, "Bird of Paradise Virtual Estates, have a life like this every day," and like does that. But here, let me like get started with like, why you're here, what's actually going on. So I will click my button here because reasons, and I will take a moment to recite a poem. "'Twas the depths of December in the city of night, in the gleaming arcology of towering height, our crew in the elevator, faith in man shaken, pondering the offer which we had just taken. An end at long last to this life of edge running, the offer with which are now I made it to the second verse, right? An end at long last to this life of edge running, the offer with which our brains were now humming. A man down below in a suit and a cap, for whom corporate execs sought a lengthy dirt nap. A head full of silicon, cyber and bone, loaded with data, none of his own, now seeking an egress for obvious reason, amidst the chaos of the holiday season. An exchange of identity till defenses fall, so away he did fly to the grand shopping mall, sought refuge assuming the role of Saint Nick, a righteous pain in the corp execs, now biding his time till extractions completed, once the line of clamoring children's depleted, surrounded by shoppers of last-minute ilk, their eddies exchanged for cheap cookies and milk. And to us was offered grim holiday business, bring me the head of our dear Father Christmas."
Sin
I-
loves that, but Imp would like to stab the narrator.
Are we just gonna walk past the snowman? It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Man, I got stuff set up for this game.
I'm here for this.
Yes, the elevator arrives and the doors open onto the floors of what's basically like the elevated food court in like a big expansive area that's like open air shopping mall within this arcology. You have arrived here because previously, shortly ago, before you got in the elevator, you met with Johnson, Mr. Johnson. He's an executive at Biotechnica. They have offices here in the arcology. He is described here in my notes as company man, fat cat, soulless, who has come to you. It's like, it is the last minute. I have a very important job that I need to get done. I know I can trust you to do it. It's easier to get forgiveness than permission in this case. So I have a thing. It has to happen right now. Here is a whole lot of money. It's obviously worth your time to go do. Basically, what he has, the situation that he has is one of his scientists, one of his researchers, has decided to fly the coop. He's apparently decided that he's going to get himself extracted from the arcology to leave to go work for another corporation. He did this despite Biotechnica having like a whole lot of like bioscanning gear for like, oh, you work for us. We know when you're in your housing unit because we can keep track of your vital signs and know who you are. But it turns out his brother got a job downstairs. So on one hand, we have Dr. Nick K. He is a Biotechnica researcher. He is in the NPCs tab in the first slot. And in the second slot, you will find his brother, Chris. His brother, Chris, is a deadbeat human trash fire who gets jobs as mall Santas. So he invited him up to dinner, drugged his twin brother, left by assuming his identity. The scanners thought he was still in his home until the drunk brother woke up and started like banging around the hallways of a place that he really shouldn't be. So now they know this guy's trying to fly the coop, but has not finished it yet. And they want you to bring back the cranial storage that he has that's full of corporate secrets. And the rest of him, they don't care about. The money is to bring back the cranial storage, and they have no interest in him as a person.
I've always wanted to stab Billy Bob Thornton.
And his brothers are there on stream for a couple minutes here. try not to keep up for long. Yes. So we are here. From the food court here, you come out, you're between like a vegetarian restaurant that has like this whole like Baphomet, like satanic kind of decoration thing, and the name across the top says Hail Satan. And then on the other side, there's a place that says Roy's to Go, authentic Mexican. As you
Oh,
come
well, we
out,
know. Okay.
facing out onto the open air mall, and in the middle of it, across throngs of people, you see like the fake Christmas mountain structure with like Santa Claus on top and surrounded by elves and a line of children that snakes through the entire area and their parents waiting to get in to see him.
Okay.
So they've been able to inform you that like whenever when they end doing stuff for the kids for the night, that's when he's going to be removed from the building by the people who are extracting him.
Before you all realize what's happened, like all of a sudden you smell a mix of Szechuan sauce and a little bit of chili powder, and you realize that Snips has come back with a cup of Chinex, or what did we call that fusion place?
Oh, the
Mexican.
Chexican.
Yeah, the Chexican. So they have a Chexican noodle cup. It's just like slurping it really loudly.
I'm so upset that I don't have that actual menu anymore. But I also, you guys have smelled, because he is a giant man child. He has moved in, and he has gotten like several kolaches. I'm probably butchering that. All meat flavored of all kinds, and he's already got like 2 in his mouth. He's like, "Yo, want some?"
Oh, we had the same idea. Sweet.
Oh yeah, I
What's
saw
up?
you take off, and I was like, "I'm absolutely going over there."
We got to take care of the bodies so that we can
Yes.
take out the brain. It's fine.
Snips, if you don't stop slurping, I will cut the bottom of your cup.
Oh, no, now come on, and he gives you a kolache. He's like, "Try it," and then Evelyn, you want one? I got like 10.
Sure, I guess.
And he hands you one, and then he just stuffs the rest of them in his giant maw. He shared with everybody.
Well, except
then-
for Snips, because Snips is vegetarian for some reason.
That's fair. I think he would know that too. He's like,
Yeah.
he went to do it, and he's like, "Oh yeah,"
And basically be like, I'm good.
and he's like, "Ah," and he's like, "I got a hard metabolism."
We want the head,
Yes.
which is annoying. That removes the easy kill. Are we doing this now with the kids around, or are we waiting till they're gone?
Do we really want to like traumatize all of them?
I mean, they live in Night City. The likelihood of them
gonna
making
happen.
it home is not
It's gonna happen
great.
sooner or later.
I'm fair, but why don't you try this? And I dig in my pocket, and find a couple of darts. Yeah, these might work. I hand them to Evelyn.
What are these for?
Well, they're sleeping darts.
Okay, yeah, I will definitely try those. And she goes to put them in her back pocket and drops them in a trash can behind her.
Oh no!
I worked hard on those.
Yeah, so we can start to figure out like how do you want to try to deal with acquiring someone's head, like.
So, to be clear, is the Santa that is at the line of children the Santa we want dead?
Yes.
We
The
need to start
Santa
going
at the
anywhere right
center of
now.
the mall, surrounded by children.
Ooh!
Kind of pinned down at the moment.
I think there's, as you look out across it, you do notice that like there's like sort of like this like light visual effect where like it's kind of like twinkling lights where it sort of looks like it's falling snow between you and there, kind of like a stretch from the ceiling down by like maybe 15 feet from there. Like it's a high ceiling area. It's like maybe like 3 stories overall. So like that's kind of like between you and like the mountain. There's kind of this. And there are these like lit up like flying sugar plum fairies that are taking like very specific paths through all that. But like one will come up and like it's got this like kind of like glowing lit up animated like holographic sugar plum fairy, and it'll be like, oh, tee hee hee, and like wave its wand your direction, and like as it gets close, that's when like the sound of like the cheering sugar plum fairies, the little tinkling bells as it flies, like give way to like the whirring blades of like the drone that's projecting this, and like the stars from like the wand like almost covers up the camera flash that's facing you guys as it like who's up here?
I flip off the camera.
There's probably a moment of like, you'll end up on the naughty list. Goodbye. And like flies away.
Been there for years.
Yup.
I've
Oh
never
my
been
God.
off the naughty list.
I was like, I've lived here. That's my home. I've been paying rent to that mo.
You
It's nice,
barely
nice city.
joined
It's
the
a nice
naughty
city.
list. I was born in the naughty
I was
list.
born in it.
Santa just knows to skip this city entirely. There's
Like
no reason
born
to
by it.
If everyone has their comms, I can probably find someplace up high. Give you cover fire at least.
Right, I got him.
Just shoot him in the head.
Goes into another pocket, hands out little bags that have the fresh comms in them.
He takes the comms and he kind of looks at it and he's like,
It's not for
Right.
eating.
I wasn't gonna eat it. I gotta. You got tape?
Come here. And
Thank you.
I
And he,
grab
like,
this
leans-
invisible. Is it invisible? Well, like see-through headband that will tie around your face, but without like causing an indent. So you'll still hear everything through vibrations, but yeah.
Nice. That's why I like you, Snips. You think of everything.
Well, yeah, I can't beat people up, so that's on you.
Yeah. So I like Evelyn's plan up high.
I could just get in line.
You
seem like
could. You could, but you're slightly terrifying.
I know. I got a great idea. I could dress up as an elf. Mind you, he's like 7 foot tall. But like, I could be one of his little helpers, and say like, I'm here to cover like one of the elves. That's it.
You do
That's a
better
great
dress up
idea.
as Krampus, honestly.
I realize now I haven't described Imp's height. I think making them like 5 feet tall is very funny.
Oh, he's got to go as an elf.
As tall as the children in line.
He's got to go as an elf. Well, I mean, Imp's short, so
I don't have time to make you a costume. I'm sorry.
1 second, Mike. I would love
Yes.
to kidnap an elf.
Okay.
Are there any elves that are roughly Imp's height and build?
It's funnier if no.
You know,
That's actually true.
so Sips is looking while you're deciding whether or not that happens. Sips is looking between Imp and Cam and Evelyn and be like, I think they have a Mrs. Claus outfit.
I mean,
Yeah, not
There's
it.
some indignities that not even I will suffer. Note, for the record, AFAB Fem individual. but she is not interested in being Mrs. Claus.
I like what Chad said. Cam as Mrs. Claus.
I mean, I was gonna say, I was like, I look great in the dress. I don't know what y'all talking about. This I've been working on gains. Mrs. Claus is like buff. I could do it.
I mean, you've got the cake for it, so
I
why
mean,
not?
that's all I do is pick things, heavy things up, and put things down, and shoot people and eat people. That's all I do.
I just imagine that you could be a sumo wrestler if you wanted to be.
I'm actually not heavy enough in real life. I found that
Uh,
out. I'm so sad.
Like you had to investigate?
Well, I mean, I was thinking about moving to Japan back in the day, and I was like, I could be a sumo wrestler since I can't play football anymore. And then I realized, oh, I'm actually not fat enough. Okay, and that's not
No-
fat. That's solid muscle. I'm gonna die.
Notes for later conversations for you and I to have offline.
Absolutely. So, all right, Mike, I want to steal like a Mrs. Claus outfit, and I want to kidnap an elf.
Okay, so I kind of feel like we may be trying to analyze to like find, like, hey, where can we find this to pick up and try to take out, and kind of that kind of thing.
I have two and analyze. Can I say it's targeting? Because I am targeting these things.
Also, would this be smartness plus analyze if someone else? Because I know I would have 3 dice in that.
Yeah, so you would pick your approach plus your skill, and that's how we figure out how many dice you're going to get.
Okay.
All right. So smartness, which is 1. Analyze, which is 2. And I guess is expertise another dice?
Yeah.
So 4. I got
That's
4
4
dice
dice.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So they track target and threat and effect as numbers in this version. The base is like 2, which is like there's complications, and effect is 2. 2 is average. If threat was 3 or 4, it's like, oh, it's super dangerous. And same for like effect. If it was 3 or 4, you're doing a lot. If it's 1 or 0, you're not doing anything. There's not a whole lot on the line for this one, so the threat's probably only a 1.
Okay.
And the effect is a 2.
Okay. You know what? I'm not going to waste it yet because I think we do have like a change roll thing. I got to check again. So 4 dice. Here we go. I got 2 1s and 2 6s.
Okay, so that is a critical success. So remind me again what it was that we were looking for. We were
I want to
trying
get out. I'm trying to find an easy to like snatch up elf. And at this point, because it's critical, the best Mrs. Claus dress on the face of the planet.
Okay. Yeah, like there's actually like a couple elves who are like on break, and they're probably not supposed to be wearing their outfits up here to like the food court area where we're kind of like the elevator dropped us off. They're like, no, man, you got to try the like colachos. It's like the kolaches. They melt the cheese onto it. I can't explain it. You got to try it. It's gonna be over here. Come on.
Colachos?
Oh yes.
Since I'm telling you, after this stream, there is a whole menu for
There's
this
a whole
restaurant.
menu for this place out there. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes. So there are 2 of them that are like headed over there, and one of them, like it's actually eerie how much like imp they look. Like they are. It's just exactly like kind of like looking as they walk past, like, oh, that's weird. And they're like, friend's like, oh, actually, I'm gonna grab something over there, but like, you want to get in line and make the order because like the dudes they back up really quick. So like, yeah, there's like this person in an elf costume that is just dead match for him that we can try to take out here. And as you're like kind of like we're headed that way, there's like definitely like a view behind you of like I don't want to say it's like Spirit Halloween because it's not that season, but it's like the weirdly like there was just a space here and now it's like the seasonal store. And there is one over there, and like in the window is like the mannequins with like one's like the fit dude in the Santa costume just on this mannequin, and one's like this is Santa Claus outfit. So it's like, oh, they're right there. There we go. That's serious.
Okay, so I will point and I will direct Imp. I'm like, there's our guy. You need, and then as soon as he shows you all that, he's like, man, I'm glad I got paid on that last job. And he's immediately going to buy that dress.
Grab me some snickerdoodles.
Got you. So
Without
Trying to think of what I would want Imp's approach to be to this person.
without looking up from her mobile game, Evelyn pipes up. If you don't mind the blood, I can take him out for you.
Red goes with green.
Here, just knock him out with one of these. And it's another dart that may or may not be a little sticky from the trash.
Evelyn rolls her eyes while taking it and wanders off, still playing the game. I would like to find some perch I can sit at and take out this elf with the sleeping dart. Apparently, I can't shoot anybody in the head on this mission.
yet,
Damn it, yet.
It's a food court. There's sanitation to be considered here. Come on. That's I don't know that it's necessarily like elevated. There probably is like a point back here where like you have like a couple of like the stall fronts for like places that sell food, and then there's a couple more over here. And there's like kind of like the little like path that goes back behind where there would be like access to the rear to get
That's fine. Or like a photo
Like,
booth or
it's-
something.
Yeah.
Poke a gun out from the curtain.
Yes, definitely. That's where like it definitely doesn't operate. I can tell you that much.
That's
But
fine.
like somebody tried to set up like, oh yeah, get your like retro old timey pictures that only exist on paper here, because that's a thing. Oh, like nobody alive in the city remembers when that was a thing, but that's a thing. And like you should definitely like
Evelyn's a
get that
little
in here.
disappointed when she sees it doesn't work, but then starts setting up.
I think Imp would get in line behind this person and be ready to very quickly like weekend at Bernie's them into like a restroom area.
Yeah, so maybe like there is that pathway that goes back to like behind where it's like the rear access and the restrooms, and like like the other side, which is where the photo booth is at. So you can like phew, and then like go that way kind of deal. But yeah, let's try to take out an elf.
So question, if I use an augmentation, it's a stress, right? It costs, or do you just use them?
If it's one you already have,
Mhm.
I don't think it is.
Okay. And that's just
Mark?
+1 die.
Sorry, the thing that like they don't actually have in blades. Yeah. Mark stress to activate an enhanced capability. Thermovision wire reflexes augmented strength. The produce or conceal a specific compact asset. Chemicals, blade, nanobots. Can be combined with a push. Yeah. So I think yeah, we'll just take it and give you an extra die for now if that's
Cool. Then I am rolling 6 dice for this. I'm a sniper. This is what I do.
goodbye, elf. Yeah, it's 2 and 2. It's average for this one.
Yeah, that's 4 6s.
Okay. Gee.
Yeah, you like dart catches him right in the neck.
I'm not even looking. I'm still playing the mobile game, and I just fire it off and keep playing.
Right over into Imp's waiting arm. See, there's a guy back like there's like late teens, maybe around 20-year-old girl, and like a younger boy who are kind of like working the counter in the front, and it's like the window to the back where there's like the kitchen area, and you do see a guy in like mirror shades, wraparound mirror shades, kind of like lean, like look out the kitchen. It's like he points with like a spatula. It's like He did not eat here. He was in. He did not have any of our food for that. That is not on us.
So can I use my empathy to try to like calm down the distraction? Since I have 2 empathy, and just be like,
I don't think he causes too much of a distraction in doing it, but he does like he's just self-preservation. That's not our food. Like our food did not do that to him.
Yeah, man. I mean, they work these elves some long ass hours. It's probably just exhaustion.
Just as a reminder to our players, real quick, because I just got an update. All of us have 1 bonus dice that we can use, and unfortunately, somebody gave Mike 2 critical fail / success. We got 2 flirt dice and a stray bonus dice so whoever needs an extra one. That's what we got in the tank so far, guys. Keep them donations rolling in, everybody.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tommy.
Okay, so I am going to get into the restroom and disrobe an elf.
You do that. Like we get like a lot of rustling noises and like thudding sounds from inside like a public restroom, which is always a great sign. And then like out comes Imp in like green cap, green like jacket.
And the green cap
stripes.
is where they have stored their hair, so their spikiness is not showing.
And then there's like a pair of like striped yellow and green tights and like toes with like shoes with like the curly toe and like a bell on each of them.
Looking good. Also, pay up. She used my dart.
Fine.
I love not being the guy who's losing a bet in a game. I'm usually the one who has to pay everybody else. This is nice.
So anything like fit weird that will cause you to not be able to do things and stuff? Speak now or forever hold your junk.
There's this one part that just won't fit right.
Oh, you know what? I think I have a spare one of those. Let me just right there.
As for like standing here talking and like reviewing it, like in the background there's like the other elf with like a plastic tray and like a big gulp on it, like, oh, where'd he go? I don't want to have to sit alone. Like it's like just like wandering around in the background.
And well, should we go back with the elf or not?
I mean, you could say that the other guy had a medical emergency.
I was just going to say that I needed to take a nap and pretend to be the elf.
Hang on. And I go into the stall where the person is at, and I just like kind of position the head over the toilet and get their hair kind of wet and flush a couple times.
Beautiful work.
Oh, you know. I'm good for something. So you're stepping in and you need the money or something. I don't know. You're good at improv, right?
Sure.
Okay, have fun.
Says the autistic coded character. Played by the autistic role player.
It'll be all right. We got this.
Cool.
And they will head toward the other elf.
Okay. Yeah, they're still there, like wandering around, like looking at their spot. They've got their they have the like vegan tacos that they got from the Seitan place. Like, oh, yeah, sorry, you must have been on break too. I'm just, here wrapping up. I'm sorry, my friend was here somewhere too. Uh, I'm not sure where he's at.
Haven't
I
seen him.
guess. Okay. Um,
But there was somebody like having a day. Lots of puking.
really, I've been to Roy's tons of times, and I've been fine. The guy back there's not us. Yeah, no, that's. Oh, gee,
Couldn't have
I
been your
hope they're
friend, though.
okay. No, okay. All right. And he'll kind of like, I gotta eat if I'm gonna get back before my break ends, and I don't want to get yelled at again.
Yeah, I need to go back too. I've been out too
Okay.
long.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit down now. Bye.
Okay. So not going back with the elf, got it. Gonna change plans and check in on Cam.
He's feeling very bonita. He's very nice. So Cam's in there, and I think he walks in, and he's like, "I want that," and he just points at the mannequins, and he's like, I want the Mrs. Claus outfit."
And they'll look like, oh, okay. What size should I get out? Like kind of for a minute, it's like, are you getting this as a gift for someone? What size should I get?
Oh,
Or is
the
this,
biggest you got. It's for me. It's for me.
thanks,
Like
I'm
full
gonna wear it out.
confidence. Like
That's-
it's mine. It's mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, all right, be right back. Go to the back. Have one fits like a glove. Yeah, just
Yes. I'm so excited. Does it have thigh-high boots?
well, they're an extra 10 eddies, but like, yeah, we have them over here.
Oh, say it ain't so. And he just taps the card.
The only thing it doesn't have, pockets. Always the
Don't
way.
worry, I got somebody who can solve that real quick.
Yes, so there.
All right.
Do,
So
do
he
their exchange, get your thing, and we're still here. Yeah.
cool. He gets out very proud of himself that this plan is working so far. The fact that this place had a thing in his size, amazing. 10 out of 10. This little built-in holiday store, and then he goes up to Snips. He's like, "Snips, I got everything, but it has no pockets, and I need pockets."
Sure, hang on. And Snips looks around, goes in their pocket and grabs a couple of pre-made pockets and just like, do I need to roll to try to deftly put the pockets in at like lightning speed?
Yes.
Sure.
Because if it goes wrong, it makes it funny.
Okay, so tailoring is my expertise. So that's 3,
Cool.
right?
Yeah, and then you combine that with an approach.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go with my
Aggressive.
stealthy.
That was my exact thought. This seems like an aggressive move.
No, it's a stealthy move. I'll let the GM decide.
So I think the way they usually try to structure it is like the player gets to decide what they want to use, and then like if they're picking like an approach and a skill that like doesn't match the situation, I get to tune like, well, it's more difficult because you're doing it this way, or it's not going to have as much effect. But like the player gets to decide what they want to roll.
I mean, I can roll aggressive, but I got nothing in aggressive, so
you don't have to roll aggressive. Yeah.
all right, then I'm gonna do stealthy. So here we go. I got 2 5s and 2 2s.
Okay. So that is a mixed success.
Okay.
But I think
So
what does adding pockets with a complication end up being like here? Yeah.
it makes the hips stick out just a little bit too much. So the line looks just slightly off-putting to anybody who's paying attention.
No, I'm no longer Bonita. All right.
No, you're still Bonita. You're just like only slightly less Bonita. Also, nice boots.
I mean, look at him, and he's like, I'm very proud of the selection.
I mean, it suits you.
Too bad
Like-
they didn't come with pockets.
If I had more time, I could really set you up with something really nice. I've actually got a prototype I'm working on for Evelyn. Don't tell her though, because like it's like it was a present, but now that she's kind of being a shit, I may just alter it so that it's for you.
Woo! And he's like, I'm okay with that. And then he remembers that Evelyn's like a crack shot from 2 miles away, and I'm like, or hear me out. We forgive, so I don't get shot. I don't want to get shot. You
I
know how
mean,
expensive this head was?
you could bite her head off. I don't know.
like Evelyn.
I don't know your life.
She
She
because everybody-
threw
because I'm
my
still-
darts in the trash.
I have so much CDs.
To be fair, the darts were a little bit, I don't know, antithetical to her craft.
Are you even there?
I had said canonically that I was
Full
going
L
Oh, got
Yeah.
it. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that I
Yeah.
had the scene correct in my head. So, I mean, yeah, antithetical, but you know, I feel like if we do this without excess problems for the boss, then we won't get a reduction in our pay.
I'm just saying, if you handed me a spoon, I'd be a bit miffed.
I'm gonna go change now. And he goes to the same restroom that the elf is, and I think it's just funny. He just opens up. He's like, "Oh, buddy, rough day. I get it." And it shuts the door. It goes to the next stall over. And then he comes out, and I mean, I think he also bought like a makeup kit, and he like, as best he could, did lipstick around his jaw. Like it's like a
he still like smiles with like the big shark teeth. but he's
big
got
shark teeth.
the lips. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, my sister was right. I should do this more often. And then leaves. He's like feeling so great about himself right now. He's like, yeah. He's like, how I look, guys.
Gorgeous. Duh.
Oh, I was
Very
like,
shark-like.
I mean, yes, but like like outside of like my hips are a little bit like not that poofy, but like I have pockets. And he goes through his bag and immediately puts his pistol in his in the pocket. This is
I
Night
mean,
City.
if it sits
Yeah.
inside, whereas if I give you an apron, it would have been worse.
I don't really have that form for an apron.
No.
No,
So this is the best I could do on short notice. So
I mean this is fine. This is good. All right, and he looks up. He's like, "I'm gonna go kick that hussy out of my new job." And he immediately, unless somebody stops him, he's immediately going up past the children.
I
Yeah, what
guess
are the
I'm going with Cam.
have fun
Yes.
storming the fortress.
Let's take a second and figure out our engagement plan here.
Oh wait, that's right. I forgot this is Blades.
Where we pick like how it is that we're going to try to deal with this situation, and by doing that, we decide like the one piece of information we need to figure out in order to begin our plan.
Sips just realized that their comps have been on the whole time.
Yeah, once you realize that, you can hear very muffled the sound of the mobile game, the music going on over the
You just hold the mobile game.
Evelyn, I'm
closer
sorry
so
I
that
ruined
it's
your
realized.
surprise.
Oh,
It's all right.
Lord.
Okay. So I have to ask, are we planning to assault Christmas Mountain, use deception for Christmas Mountain, use stealth to get up there? Social, is there a social connection to be leveraged? I don't really think we're trying to transport right now. So
I feel like this is one of those, like, I'm thinking burn notice situations where we've got the clothes on, so we just walk in acting like we're supposed to be there and hope for the best.
okay.
And
I
I'll be
agree.
watching out just in case. I think the photo booth I'm in is because the food court is, you said, up a floor or two? Right?
Yeah, it's like there's the first floor where there's everything, and then it's like it's 3 stories, but like in the middle it's kind of open space, right? So like there's 3 stories with stores around the edges, but in the middle it's largely open space. Just there's like this falling snow effect kind of in between you and where the
What do you guys
mountain
want
is.
me to do?
All that I can think of now is I had this image in my head of Evelyn just like knocking out everyone that tries to go into her photo booth and creating just a larger and larger stack of bodies inside.
Yeah, she's in there sitting what only can be described in a very bisexual way. She's kind of leaned back, her foot is up against kind of the upper part of the wall, and she's playing on her mobile game but looking out over down at Christmas Mountain. Yeah, anytime anybody comes by. If Snips doesn't have anything to do, could help her guard this sniper nest.
Hey, that thing is out of order, and I think somebody farted in it. So you might want to try the other one. Yeah. Who, me? Oh, I'm waiting for a date. I think I got stood up though.
I just realized that we left the most social person out of the
Snips should be in line. We have the 2 employees. Snips could be in line, and I'll be watching out above all of it.
Well, that's an excellent idea.
Shoot whoever.
Why would I be in
Needs taken
line?
out.
I hate this thing.
Because
Why
if you're sitting on Santa's lap, that makes this whole thing easier.
Well, that just sounds dirty coming from you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm not certified to be a sex worker, okay?
The licensing program is difficult.
The licensing program is so difficult and invasive and expensive, y'all. Anyway, I guess I can go get in line with the gremlins. I mean, children.
Casey, you're muted if you're talking.
It's over. It's done. The joke has been passed. I'm not gonna do it again.
No, I want to
I
know
will-
what it was.
I was just saying. I think Cam was like, he said like, but Snips, children are the future of the world. They are wonderful.
They are germ factories, and I dislike them.
Well,
So
if you want to be
David
away
Stan really
from the
helped
germ factories, you could always cover an exit.
Nah, she needs to be there.
Fine.
Just
If you
in
cover
case.
the closest exit to Father Christmas, then if Santa makes a run for it, you can be there.
And do what? Poke his eye out with one of my pins?
Yes.
Be
That'd probably work, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
I was like, you're talking to 3 trained killers here. Yeah, absolutely, that would work.
I mean, I'll probably be going for his knee since I can't shoot him in the head. Getting him in the eye should work once he falls.
Well, I mean, that's how I was going to plan to tap into the cranium, but whatever.
How big are your snippers? You're going to take a while to get the head off. That's
Well, no, you go in behind. So I take. If you really want to know how I've thought of this,
Oh,
You
God.
you
I
take
don't
a
know
hook-
if we wanted to
you
open
take
that.
a hook and then it fades to black, but everybody's faces are like
Horrified.
because lines and veils.
Cam is
Oh, yeah.
like, you've been spending too much time at that Ripper Doc. You know that, right? Like, what I tell you about hanging out with them voodoo boys. Don't be doing that.
They have the best drinks. You kidding me?
I mean, I can't argue that.
I could really use a drink right about now.
Where's your Christmas spirit at?
I
Every-
filled it.
I will make something approximating mulled cider when we're done.
That does sound good.
That
I
sounds
could drink.
It'll be spiked with whatever whiskey I can scrounge up. Although I did just get a bunch of money, so.
I was like, we can go buy all the liquor we want.
Got a nice bottle of old sad boy whiskey right here to wash it all down.
How many references are we going to get in today?
You know what happens when you let me run a game. So it sounds like we're trying to do a deception plan here. It sounds like our method of deception is to pretend to be workers, mostly for Christmas Mountain here, which means that the last piece of information that I really need to know here is what load everyone is using. How much stuff have you brought with you, and how obvious it is that you are carrying what you're carrying. If you go light, it's easily concealed. It's easily concealed.
I think for Imp, the like idea of her modification is that she's able to stay light. Like that's the bonus. So we're gonna go light load for them.
Yeah, light for Snips too. Yeah.
I think medium for Evelyn definitely has a large duffel bag. If you were to open this photo booth, it's very obvious she's here. Everything is spread out nice and neat in a row, and she's taking her time going through what almost looks kind of like a ritual, setting up her gear for this job.
All right, everybody. I'm going to need the power of teamwork here because I want to click heavy.
You have a bustle.
You're wearing like the Mrs. Claus outfit that was on the mannequin in the window, and you'd have like this huge bag that's like obviously rifle shaped. Like,
can I make? And
like it would be like the
to,
whole like we show up at the office building in the Matrix with like the 2 bags full of guns kind of scenario.
Giant
like,
candy cane rifle case.
It can be Santa's sack, right?
There we go. That's what that was going to be. I would have a sack, like a Santa sack, to kind of disguise it. But I do want to go heavy. If I have to roll to make that convincing at some point, I will. I have.
So yeah, if you go heavy, I get to use that in terms of complications when you're trying to do stuff.
If that's what I will do, that if it's cool with everyone else. How smooth we.
I love everything about this. So
yeah, this isn't going to go smoothly. So go for it.
All right,
Mrs.
we're going
Claus
heavy.
bringing Santa his sack. That sounds wonderful.
We're going full heavy. I'm heavy, Mike.
Okay, all right, you can do that.
Oh God.
Yes. So Imp and Cam can make their way down there. Evelyn, you have a view of the stuff. A view of Christmas Mountain. You can see them making their way through the crowd down there. Snips on like the food court was kind of on the second level. On the first level, kind of like on the opposite side of Christmas Mountain, there's an area where it's like it's a bank of like glass doors because it's like that's where there is access for traffic from outside the arcology to like pull up to get access to like this commercial space. And that is like it's not like divided away from Christmas Mountain. Like it's you'd have to go around Christmas Mountain to like kind of get down here and kind of go that way. But that's like a close, obvious direction between here and the outside world.
Yeah. I would stand out there and I would pull out from one of my many pockets a little camera thing to go over my glasses and make like I'm some kind of reporter or something that's covering Santa and Christmas Mountain.
These massive lines of families where to see Santa at the Ascension
Yeah.
mall levels.
Yeah, just in case anybody questions it.
Yeah. What am I trying to think of? So I don't usually, like, the GM doesn't usually just call for rules, but I think Evelyn, from where you're posted up at, I kind of want to get you to like try to do like an analyze kind of thing, kind of like, you know, between you and there kind of scenario, like what's going on, what's in this space, what's here.
Sure. Could it be targeting?
Sure.
And can I roll that with stealthy, or does it need to be smartness?
You can roll that with stealthy.
Does my augmentation help at all with this, the ocular targeting system? It's the difference between 5 and 6 dice. So, you know, above table.
Yeah. I think if we want to spend a stress for it, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I won't then.
Try to dial back just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my dice are going to betray me. It's going to happen. Most inopportune time. There is a single 6 and all of that.
There's a single 6. Okay. As you're here and you're watching, you notice that like those sugar plum fairy projections from the drones, like the snowfall effect that you see, like they follow a very specific path. Like they go to a point and they make a square 90-degree turn, and then they go a direction, they make 90-degree turns, and then like as you're kind of like looking through the scope and you kind of get like a closer view of what's going on here, it's like they're projecting lights onto like what's like a dangling fine mesh of monofilament wire, which is like single molecule wide filament. Like you can use it to like just slice through all kinds of stuff. Like you can just like walk up and like use a monofilament and be like, I'm just taking the entire doorknob section out of here. Like just like zoop. Like, so like there's a reasonable chance that trying to fire on Santa from here, like that round might just dissolve, like basically, if it starts going through this stuff and it starts catching on things.
Looking around, do I see a spot that might be better?
There's probably a section where it's like the junction of where the all armed wings come together, and there's like the stalls, like the wooden wheeled stalls, and they like sell the like remote control planes and tanks with hermit crabs, kind of thing, where it's kind of down and like upwards towards the mountain from there. But at that point, you're not trying to shoot through the mesh. You'd be kind of like underneath it.
Okay.
Right, like if it was hanging like this, you'd be like here and kind of shooting to the side past it instead of trying to go through it.
Yeah. Ellen, I think, rolls her eyes and starts packing up and comes on over comms. Christmas decorations are bullshit. Heads up, I'm gonna have to move.
Okay.
Try not to do anything till I get in position. Or do.
Unfortunate, but also agreed.
Copy that. He's trying to get as high voice as possible. Like, copy that.
You can hear Evelyn packing up. It's not about pitch, it's about resonance. Work on that.
Okay. I got this.
Besides, Mrs. Claus is supposed to be like warm and kind of motherly. She's not going to be super high pitched.
Warm and motherly. I didn't have a mother. How is that? Let me think about this.
If there are two words that I could think of to describe you, Cam, they would have already been warm and motherly.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, partner. Thank you, boss. I appreciate that.
Warm and motherly for Cam is just silent.
Oh,
Hey, Cam.
I just got that joke.
Ah! I hurt myself.
Hey, Cam, remember when I was super sick and I couldn't stand anybody and you came over and was like being super nice to me? Use that voice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I got it. I got it. He's considering it like he's overly like he's getting ready to like he's like one of those weightlifters, like just kind of pouncing between the lines before he's like, I got this. We can do this.
So
We're
you two are headed towards Christmas Mountain here. Snips, I think you're like here. You're like, oh, reporting here on all the lines at the mall to see the Santa here on.
Oh, I'm not saying anything. No. I'm
okay.
just taking pictures and making notes.
Okay. As you're here, kind of like by this, like the transit port, for lack of a better explanation that I can't think of right now. For like, okay, here's like a big place where like people flow in and out of this space. You do see. There was one parked out front by the door that's like just a black tinted window, unmarked black SUV, and you see like two more exactly like it pull up right behind it.
Can I use my augmentation to see if I can find a VIN number or anything like that?
You can see somebody who gets out the other side of one and like starts to like come around the side, and he's as he's going past, you see that he's in like black BDU pants with like the extra pocket on the side of the knee, and he's got like one of those black soft shell jackets with like a little kind of square collar that goes around zipped up, and you catch sight he's got like a patch on like one shoulder.
Hey, just a heads up, the Krampus showed up.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he does have this patch on his shoulder.
So it is the Krampus. Okay, I wasn't even looking. So the Krampus just showed up, and can I tell if that's body armor that he's wearing?
We can try to analyze the situation.
Yeah, I have one in analyze, sure, and I can use my smart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2. Okay.
You can push yourself. You can spend your stress to give yourself another die if you want. If you spend
Also
2 stress,
remember
you can take another die.
Also remember you do have a spare bonus dice as well.
Oh yeah, sweet, I do. Okay, so I'm gonna use that bonus die, and then I'm going to I'm gonna use that bonus die and see what happens.
Okay.
I got a 6, a 3, and a 2.
Okay, so this we take the highest of the dice, and that's 6, which is a full success.
Okay.
I think to switch it a little bit, if that's cool.
Yeah,
I don't know that you necessarily figure out if like he's armored, but I think one thing you do notice is that like one of the other like there's 3 of those SUVs out there, and then like the middle one, like he got out of the back one and he like went up to try to talk to somebody from like the front one, and the middle one is definitely like riding lower than the other 2.
So apparently Santa's reindeer got here, and Dancer is pretty has been hitting the eggnog, if you know what I mean.
I literally have no idea what you mean.
There are 3 cars, and one of them is very heavy. So probably maybe some people in there for extraction, or they've got a lot of heavy equipment in it.
Oh, good. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Don't worry, boss. As they tap the bag, you just hear probably what sounds like a possible grenade launcher. We'll discover in the bag of many holdings.
We'll find out when we see where all the check marks go.
Schrodinger's grenade launcher. Grenade launcher.
Just also, I'm not the boss. I'm getting paid just as much as you. Well, maybe less than you, but still.
I'm just
Cam literally calls everyone boss.
It's weird. I don't like it.
Whatever you say, boss.
We're having words later.
That's fair.
So then we get the view of like Cam and Imp approaching the base of Christmas Mountain here, as they have like these rows and rows of children, and there's like just I'm thinking of like the lines at Gen Con when people are trying to get badges and stuff, where there's somebody who's like standing there with like a post that on the side says like line end this direction. It has like a big like Christmas styled arrow to like point people to where to go to get in line, kind of thing. Like, oh, glad you guys are back from break. You know, we're trying to, we just got to get through the night. It's the end of the season. You know, we gotta have all hands on deck. Glad you're back. Like, I don't wait. They have a Mrs. Claus up there. I thought I don't
upgrade.
I just do this like, yes, bask in my glory.
Like they're like,
I
just gotta pay attention to the kids, right? Like,
it's like I think he would say like in reality, I'm one of Arasaka's brand new like toy lines. They're bringing back Street Sharks, and they want to like show me off.
Branding deal.
I think once you start to mention like Arasaka, the guy will be like, "What? Why are you here? What are you?"
Look, man, I just got picked up off the street.
Hey, Jim.
They told
Jimmy the elf. Answer, please.
I'm wondering if that is a like sign that we should go like try to stop him from saying that.
Okay, so Mike, I will roll. I want to use aggression because it's my highest one. I want to aggressively but kindly let him know, like, we are here for promotions. I'm trying to figure out maybe athletics. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna work athletics in this. Maybe I do a twirl or something, like a dance.
Just a flex. Just
like, yeah.
Okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have like a like wire that is attaching him over something, or is this all like? Because some of the text seemed inaccurate.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like a connection system, like a little radio system, so that they can be like, they're trying to control how many kids are where, make sure everything's under control. It's like, hey, we need a family that needs an extra hand getting up the steps. They need to communicate amongst themselves. So like there is some sort of a thing.
And does he look panicked, like he's sounding an alarm that we might be worried about?
I don't know that he seems panicked. He seems very confused, and he is unsure what to do in the situation.
Okay.
It's a very like, Jim, I need help reacting to something. Like, it's
does anybody give me a signal that that's happening? Because otherwise, I'm just focusing on the people that have arrived.
I think. Tell me if you'd be all right with this approach, Casey. If I'm more like, you really don't want to care to get corporate involved. This is a headache above your pay grade.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I'm kind of imagining something like smartness plus influence. try to work smarter, not harder.
To convince him not to try to like make contact with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that.
Okay. I've got 3 dice on that. I'm willing
Okay.
to take a
So
chance.
I think the threat is 3 because like
Okay.
it's a little bit of
So-
like just everyday thing. And effects probably is 2, which is standard.
Okay. That is a 5.
Okay. Sorry, I was talking to Blair in the background because I forgot the title of the stream before we started.
Oh no.
Yes. So God forbid everybody thinks we're Cyberpunk Red for Casey's game.
And also, we got a raid. Hello, raiders.
Hey,
Hello.
Raiders!
Hello.
Hey, how we doing?
Greetings.
Before, oh, hold on, Mike. Welcome, guys. Thank you for the raid. I did not catch who did raid us.
It's
Other doc.
Welcome, guys. We are playing Cyber+PNK tonight. We're raising for elevated access tonight. It's a lovely charity that we've been doing tonight. Links in the doobly-doo. And yeah, welcome, guys.
The link for the fundraiser is pinned, so you can always check that out. And we do have Banes and Boons for this kind of heist thing that we're doing, where we're trying to take out a quote-unquote Santa Claus. It's not really Santa Claus.
We're heisting for Santa's head.
Yeah, we're Santa headhunters or something.
Or something. I do like or something. It's going great, guys. You got a shark that's in a Mrs. Claus outfit.
An elf that is very not happy to be an elf.
A sniper in the treetops.
Who was playing a cell phone Disney game the whole time.
Nonstop.
And the greatest seamstress in the world. Taylor, thank you. That's made pockets for Mrs. Claus. It's great. It's awesome.
Yes. Yes, it is a jingle heist.
Yes, you're there and you're talking to the elf as he's like, Jimmy, I need help reacting to something. And you convince them that, like, hey, this ain't the right road you want to go down. I think you do stop him from like you hear like the little, it's like, yeah, this is Jimmy, over. It's like, nothing. We're okay here. Never mind. How are you?
Yes. It's always expected in a mic game. But we don't have that. It's not a true mic game until that line comes out.
Sounds like the mixed success there is that he's still on alert, but it's just him.
Yeah. There are other people that are aware. They're like, oh, people were like, there was something going on, but maybe not. Huh. Okay. So there's a certain amount of awareness going on, but not like people directly on the lookout for you kind of deal.
And she'll walk away, but as she's walking away, give like the worst wink known to man. Like, yeah.
I do. Oh, what's that scene? It's almost like the Hulk giving tacos to Ant-Man. He just pulls out an Eddie credit. Like, here. Good job, man. Like, as kind as possible. And he tries to smile. And he's like, keep moving.
And while they're thinking about credits, they hand over Cam more credits because Cam was able to get under Snip's skin. You're realizing that the character trait is just that Imp doesn't know how to make good bets.
I see why you took on this job. As he puts credit chip back into his pocket. Like, wow. I'm winning.
All right.
This is also he feels confident. Yep.
So let me wrap some stuff up here for a second, and then we can take our break, and people can get their giveaway, and then we can come back and we can do the thing. Evelyn, I think you're able to move to that position where it's like, oh, okay, from here, I've got a clear view of the thing. I maybe don't have as much cover unless I find something else down here to hide behind, kind of deal. But I can see like, okay, there's Cam. I can see, the kid crying on Santa's knee at the top before they get told, like, you can't have that, you'll shoot your eye out, and they put them down the slide to come back down to the bottom.
I would love if the spot that she finds, if you remember, I don't know if they do it anymore, but in the 90s, how toy stores used to do the giant bins of plushies. If I could be inside of one of those.
Yes.
Definitely.
But it's all emo plushies now.
So we have Evelyn there. We have Imp and Cam starting to make their way through the crowd to try to like make it into Christmas out here. And then out by the entryway, Snips, I think you can see that there are several more guys in like kind of like the same outfits that get out of those SUVs. And then you don't really see a whole lot of details. Somebody gets out of the door on the far side of that middle one opens, and like you see two little shadows, right? Like you can't see underneath that car from here, but you see like the shadow of like feet that come down on the other side, like breaking the light. And as whoever that is steps out of it, you see like the entire SUV like raise up.
Can I do? But while we're going to break, can I use my little camera / all of my gadgetry to look up who has that Krampus badge, and if they are aligned with our target or if they are against our target?
Yeah. What is there for like
Coding?
Yeah, coding is
Smarts?
probably it. Coding and smarts.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So we'll do that because we can. So 2d6, dear Lord, please. Okay. A 5 and a 2. So I might get some information.
So some information, yes.
You know how Wi-Fi is kind of shit in the.
Oh yeah, once you have this many kids on like, trying to play the games in the whole time. I mean, Evelyn's been lucky to get a signal, and Evelyn's connected to the same game as like all these other kids. That's that whole thing should be just totally overloaded. I think there's an aspect to it that definitely sticks out as being like aesthetically similar to a corporation called Militech.
Okay. And are they for or against our company, the people that hired us?
So you were hired by a company called Biotechnica, and they are not particularly friends. No.
I think Santa's ride has arrived with enforcers. Big enforcers, sumo size enforcer.
What's the company?
Militech.
Yes.
Does that ring a bell for me specifically?
Yes, it does. There are probably some spots where you may have like markings and like maybe like a barcode or something like that tattooed that may also have like a Militech logo kind of around it.
Great.
I am ill-equipped to handle this part. Like,
luckily, I'm perfectly equipped. After all, they made me.
And I can help. Just give me the signal.
I'm not in danger yet, but I might be soon.
I
am in danger.
I have eyes on you. I won't let anything happen. Don't worry. You still hear the mobile music, the mobile game music
So
going.
you hear that tone, Cam? That's your Mrs. Claus tone.
Okay.
Cool.
I got this.
Then we will fade to black for the moment then. For everybody who has been giving donations tonight, thank you. We will have our first drawing of the evening here during the break, which I believe is for
Yes.
the
So
pins from
we
animation.
yeah. So our first break. Let me scroll back up. There is the Hanimation dice shaped mini pin set and the Witcher core book PDF. So get those last minute donations. We will be doing it while we are on break, guys. It's gonna be awesome.
And it
So,
has to be a donation of
yes,
$10 at least.
$10.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So minimum $10 donation, and you can be entered in this giveaway for either the PDF or the dice
No,
set.
it's for both.
It's both.
It's
Oh, it's
both.
for both.
You get the whole. You
I
get the whole
apologize.
deal.
You get the
there,
whole
I was sitting
thing.
here just trying to help.
Yeah, no,
And,
you get the whole thing. You get the dice shaped mini pin and the Witcher core book PDF. It's
That's
a great
awesome.
deal. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So, yeah, we'll be back to deal with that after break. So we should be back in about 10 minutes or so. We'll see everybody then.
Hello, welcome back, everybody. We are back about to do the greatest heist known to man. We're going to steal Santa Claus, but before that, just as a reminder, we are raising money for Elevated Access, a nonprofit organization that enables people to get health care by providing private flights at no cost to the patients. It was launched in 2022 as a response for the extreme healthcare bans that have been going around this country. And it helps people who either need abortion, adjourn affirming care, and it helps to ease the access to life saving medical stuff. So yeah, man, don't forget donate, and let's see who we got as a winner, and it looks like our winner is blank. I don't know if that's actually the name. Is that actually blank?
Yes. Dear Blair, is that actually someone?
Yeah, is that
or
is that
did
is
it
that
just
actually
come up
some?
with no response? Blair is
So-
typing. Blair is typing. Um,
Yeah, that's actually
that is
okay.
a username.
And
All right.
somebody, hey, look, technology is an evil, evil motherfucker sometimes. So it's like we just had to make sure. But blank, we will begin with you here very soon. But yeah, man, yeah, congratulations, boss. You good?
Yeah, I believe
said-
usually they end up reaching out to people through their Discord messages.
Yep.
So keep an eye on that. Otherwise, Blair may have a better explanation in chat.
Yes.
Yeah, but congrats. Enjoy your dice-shaped
It's-
mini pin and
yeah.
Witcher PDF.
Yeah, Richard PDF. Again, thank you to Hannah Animations, Dice Shaped Minis, and yes, thank you Artel for the donation for the Witcher core rule book for PDF. Like you're gonna love that stuff. Trust me.
Do we want to go over the boons and banes real quick before we
Oh yes.
go forward? Because
Just-
people can still donate and still affect the outcome of our actions.
Not only that, if you like the $10 donations, you have a chance now at the end of the night when we end to my head just went blank.
To be entered into
For the ending
right?
for the ending tonight, yeah. So you can get the Cyberpunk Red PDFs bundle with Black Chrome, Danger Gal dossier, Tales from the Red, and the core rule book at the end of tonight. So there's still prizes to be won, and if you don't win tonight, it can roll over to the next day and onward and onward. And again, thank you, Artel Storian and Animations for everything tonight and the rest of our lovely, lovely sponsors tonight.
And speaking of those donations, if you give $10, you can give an extra die to a player. For $10, you can also add a die to the flirt fund, which anybody can grab a die out of, but they have to use it to flirt with somebody. You can spend
They end up
$10.
using it.
You can spend $10 as a donation in order to make reduce the threat of a situation when somebody's making a roll or to make their level of effect greater. You can spend $10 on my side of that equation to make it more difficult and worse for them. For $50, you can give some character a pocket crit success that they can use when they need it, or you can give me a pocket crit failure. I mean, technically, I don't roll dice in this game, but I can just make stuff really bad. And if you donate $100 or more for up to 5 times tonight, I will match your donation with a donation to the Turbo Project. So, when last we left off, Evelyn was hiding in a giant basket full of stuffed animals because that's what you do with a sniper rifle. Snips was over by the entryway where someone very large just got out of a conspicuously unmarked black SUV with a convoy with multiple other conspicuously unmarked black SUVs with people in matching outfits, matching tactical outfits, getting stuff out of the back of SUVs at this point. And Cam and Imp were here coming past the first round of crowd control elves here at Christmas Mountain, where Father Christmas is up on the top, who Mr. Johnson from Biotechnica has tasked us with this guy is trying to get out of my company. He is trying to steal a bunch of my data in his cranial storage. I want his cranial storage back, and I don't care about the rest of him. So it's probably like here's one of those like plastic like thank you bags. It's like just toss his head in here, bring it. Like our Christmas party is on the 73rd level, and you know my assistant will be at the gate just waiting. You can just drop the bag off.
Okay. So who are we cutting to first, oh mighty voice of the narrator?
Oh, see, now I feel like I have to do like the whole like Burl Ives. Oh, and then Rudolph was up at the North Pole and like stop.
You know, Dasher and Dancer. Sorry.
Yes.
That's what gets us our copyright strike is that song.
Listen, I did 2 seconds.
You think that's going to be the thing that gets it? Wait till you hear this. No. Yes. Let's. Cam and Imp, you are here. You've gotten past like where there's the first like kind of like security perimeter elf. Was like you talked him down from like being all like, hey, these guys are joking about being in Arasaka, and I don't know that I think that's a joke. But you've gone past him. And now what are you up to here? And in the middle of these like lines, these like speaking crisscrossing lines of families like waiting their turn.
I think I'm going to at least attempt to use Cam as a distraction point to like start weaving through people in an attempt to get close to Father Christmas.
Yes, you're trying to make your way through the crowd to make your way up to Father Christmas. I think that's good. I think we got. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Mike wasn't distracted. That's. Yes, let's find a way to make a roll that's going to like be like this is making progress to get through all this and towards Father Christmas. So what feels like an appropriate approach and skill here?
I'm
navigating the crowd.
Not necessarily trying to be stealthy, but I am trying to move in the path of least resistance. So I do feel like I might be able to use smartness on this. Okay. And I also feel like the most appropriate skill is actually close combat. Because I'm literally like moving and weaving through people.
Yes. So I think then my other question here is are you going are you moving ahead by yourself, or are we trying to do like a group action where you and Cam are both trying to
I already know what the distraction is. I want to help him by dancing and singing.
Okay. So then, yeah, if Cam will spend 1 stress, you'll have an extra
Absolutely.
Your
yeah, we're doing that
towards the upper portion of Christmas Mountain here.
All I hear is the best way to spend Christmas cheer is to sing really loud for all to hear.
Absolutely. And it's we'll do the meme. It's Mariah Carey.
As long as it's not Wham. That's not getting Wham again yet. Here for the long haul.
Well, we can't because we can't do the original. Covers are fine.
And
cover
is what role should I be making a role, or I don't remember how this works in Forge.
Yeah, Cam is assisting. So Cam spends 1 stress. You will get an extra die, and you will make the roll.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, 1. Oh no, I read my dice wrong. That is a 5.
Okay. I think you probably do get like a fair amount of the way, like up. Like there's like, oh, in here it turns, and then there's like stairs to go up, and there's like families, and they're kind of like waiting, they're trying to go. You probably do make it a fair portion of the way up. Like you can see where this Santa is up there with his like big fake beard in the outfit, and like the kid on his knee is like, so kid, what is it that you want for Christmas? Ho ho ho. Because this guy has never been a Santa before tonight in his life, and is just not meant for this job. But as you get kind of most of the way up, like there's another elf coming down, like you're trying to get past on the stairs, and like kind of like bumps into you, and like kind of like stops. It's like, wait a minute, who are you? It's like, are you the one that like Ricky down there was trying to like?
Yeah, I got sick.
What's your elf serial number, right? Like.
Start rattling off random numbers, and then I am going to stab him.
Okay. Game on. All right.
Like good. I know Militech is coming, so I was trying to be nice.
No, yeah, he's here. He's in his little elf suit. He probably does have like an extra elf like badge, because he's I'm like a senior elf in charge here, and he's like, wait, I don't recognize you. You're just like,
and the way it's going to come out, just so I can explain what her body modification is she's going to reach up and be like, it's no big deal, it's not anything, and then just through her wrist comes out a blade into his face.
Okay. I think we're threat 3 and effect 2, right? Like this is if nothing else, like we're on this like weird little stairwell, and there's other people around us here, and stuff like that going on.
So would I be able to argue smartness, or would this be aggressive?
Yeah, I would personally kind of lean aggressive.
That's fine.
But
only takes away 1 die. What's the worst that could happen?
And then they all turn to ash.
No, actually got a 6. Nice. Real quick, Mike, just as a reminder, everybody but Nyx has a bonus dice that they can still use. We still have 2 in the flirt dice and a random use whatever dice.
And a bonus die that's not assigned to it.
I was really hoping to get close enough to flirt with Santa, but unfortunately, bodies have to hit the floor.
Well, then let it happen. Yes. Yes. So a 6 is a full success. I think there's probably that, like, he's like, who are you? Why are you doing? It's like, hey, we've got to, and you're just like, right. And like, he probably like over the railing, like rolls down this like fake snow, like mountain down to the base, leaving like a trail of red as he goes. Can I get somebody to roll me just a D6?
Okay. As I knock everything else off, that is a 2.
That is 2. Okay. Yeah, there's a little kid there who is like and he's there in the line holding the hand of his dad, who's like shocked, and then his dad like starts like rattling and rummaging around, and he's got like bags because they were shopping, and he's like rummaging through them. He's like trying to find the right bag, and he starts dropping them, and he finds the bag that he's looking for. And across the side of it is like this like logo from a shop that he's been to named Second Amendment.
Oh God.
No. Well,
Somebody's about to learn a real hard lesson about Night City, aren't they?
Let's take a second to see what else is going on around.
I think at the end of this moment, it's going to be the cutaway is from Imp saying, "Looks like it's a red Christmas."
That's the go word.
they're not wrong.
They're not wrong. They are not wrong. Mike, am I close enough? I'm like in the middle of like the second verse of the song, and I see this. Am I close enough to the dad just to hit him over the head with my bag?
I think you're like still down kind of at the base of where the stairway goes up. Like he had made his way up, and you were the distraction to like help him get past people in doing that.
Okay.
So they are a distance away. You're not like in like direct swiping range of like the folks that are involved in this.
Then
You can certainly see. You probably have like an elf with like a half face land at your feet as you're there singing. At which point, like, there's a little girl there who's like holding her mom's hand, like, "Whoa, cool!"
I'm gonna be like, "You're gonna do all right, kid. You're gonna do all right in this world.
You're gonna make it in this town.
You're gonna make it." I'm gonna use 2 in aggression and 2 in athletics to basically leap up to him and try to be in between the dad and
Okay. So you're using that as a method to like transport yourself, kind of.
Yeah, transport myself there.
Okay. All right. I think there's a fair amount of ground to cover. There are a lot of other people in the way here.
Mhm.
I got 2. Do I just, no, we'll wait.
Come on, man.
This isn't desperate enough for it to matter for me to start spending my crits. Come on.
I'm gonna go ahead
yeah.
and use my bonus dice.
It's going to be the threat level. There's 3, and the effect is going to be 2.
Okay.
There's some ground to cover. There's some people in the way. There's some stuff going on.
Oh, I unplugged my laptop. Crap. Because it just came up, battery saver on. I'm like, why? It's plugged in.
So elevated access for the charity that we're raising money for.
We're back.
Black
We're
Medical.
back. I got it before it died.
You should still donate money to elevated access. We'd appreciate it. They would appreciate it.
Please and thank you.
It's a good thing. Please thank you.
I need more bonus dice. I don't want to take a devil's bargain here.
And also, there's a giveaway at the end of the stream.
Yes, giveaways are nice, but dice are better. We need to survive this. Militech is at the front door. Double 6s. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're able to like make your way up there. You're probably like you go like diagonal across like part of that like it's probably like a layer of like the cotton batting kind of stuff like you would put into a quilt kind of scenario. Like it's not actually like fake snow kind of deal. It's just like this layer of stuff. You make your way like kind of like diagonally across that and up to like reach where Imp is at and like and trying to like grab on and like pull yourself into this space. Like you may probably do grab the dad's leg and like knock him down. And like whatever was in that bag that he had, like you hear like a number of things go clattering down the stairway.
I do this while still singing, and when I stick the landing, I end the song.
Perfect.
I'm pointing at the Santa Claus because the game is up. The game is up.
It's the highest pitched off key that you could ever hear, but done with such enthusiasm.
Gotta be.
So I will like I'm not messing with a die roll, but I will count it as like using one of my things, and then we'll switch over and we'll see where Evelyn's at. Is that you grab that dad and he falls down, and like you hear things clattering down the stairs, and then it's like you see him like get up to his knees and be like, oh god, and like brings up his hand, and he has like one metal ring with the pin from a grenade on it.
Oh no!
Why do you have? I think Hammond looks at him like, why do you have live grenades with children around? What is wrong with you, man?
Meanwhile, back in the bin full of stuffed animals where Evelyn's hiding out.
Yeah, having hit her dailies in her mobile game already, I think Evelyn was doodling little Christmas images on her ammo, because it's everybody's responsibility to spread the Christmas cheer on this mission. And once she hears Imp say that it's a red Christmas, kind of sits back up and looks out, and seeing that it is all going to shit, I'm going to shoot at Santa because he is our target. I don't know why they're fighting a dad down at the bottom of the stairs. But one of us has to do our job. So I'm going to shoot at Santa, and can't shoot him in the head. So I'm going to aim at like his hip or something. I don't know. Make sure he doesn't run away.
There's nothing saying you couldn't shoot him in the throat.
I'll aim straight for his chest. I mean, that's where you're supposed to aim.
Center
anyways.
of mass.
Yes.
Okay.
Going back to basics, not going to do any tricks. It's tempting. She sees a pole, a metal beam that she thinks she could hit the trick shot off of, and she's very tempted. But this mission needs to be done. They're already fighting a dad in the streets, so we're gonna.
There's an awful lot of kids on those steps there. Or like maybe the
That's
trick
true.
shot isn't the way to go. Like,
We're just Suicide Squad, aren't we? Without the bombs in our neck. That's all I give.
I do have a question. Since it is a Santa, is center of mass chest or center of mass belly?
Belly wounds take
okay,
forever.
if it's Billy Bob Thornton in a Santa costume, it's probably chest.
Fair.
Like if it's Billy Bob as alcoholic Santa in a Santa costume, yeah.
No, it's still chest because he did not have any kind of belly.
Going for chest. She wants to finish this. This job used to bring her joy, and that's why she considers the trick shot for a moment, because that could actually be a little fun. But no, it's all been sapped out of it recently. So she wants to wrap this up, go home.
Okay. Yes. So pick approach and skill.
Stealthy and ranged combat, expertise and sniper.
Okay. Threat, I think, is 3. Effect, I think, is the part that's probably like the harder part, and I think that may be like it's dropped down to like a 1, right? Like having a clear shot, having like a lot of effect out of like trying to find the right spot to hit him here. He's in sort of a weird position. That feels like I should be changing threat instead or something. I'm trying to shuffle the numbers up a little bit, right? Because he's got a perch. He's kind of sitting down. It's not a totally clear shot.
Okay. I'll spend a stress then to use my augmentation, my ocular targeting system.
Cool.
So her eyes, I think, change to a bright orange color, and a few shapes go across them as she aims this shot. Do I want to push myself too? Nah, just this is already 6 dice, so let's go with this. You let me get a sniper nest. This is the one thing I'm built for. That's a lot of really low dice, but there is a 5 in there.
Okay.
I don't think the total of those. Yeah, it was a little bit above 10, but yeah, it was a lot of 1s and 2s, and then a 5.
Okay. Yes. So 5 is a partial success. I think you do clip him, right? You do hit him. Maybe it's not like total center chest. It's more like gut type of thing, kind of like along the side. He's definitely hit. You see him like keel over. Like the kid that they were starting to like bring up to get on his lap, they like, kind of like they were starting to like swing him up to get him on lap. They're like kind of like, whoa, back over here, like as he like like.
I think that's part of the reason she didn't quite get the kill shot.
Yeah.
She didn't want to hit the kid.
And I think there is. I think the complicating factor is that like there's probably some sort of like sensor system that's supposed to be like, ooh, 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 gunshots, open fire in such and such location. That like it doesn't pinpoint you, but it's like within this like region right here, like shots fired, like lights go up and like there's like this projected border around like the edge of the zone, like around like it kind of like projects from above, and it's sort of like an animated like red like diagonal danger lines around the edge, but like caution, do not cross into this area, like this is like digitally laser projected caution tape kind of situation.
I think she's experienced enough to know that a nest like this in public you only get one shot out of. So I think she's very quickly going to start grabbing her stuff and moving further towards the exit door to try and find someplace else to hide.
Cool.
And we'll come over comms. Santa's marked. One of the germ factories got in the way. He's still up, but is injured. Keep an eye out.
God damn it, I hate kids.
I think Snips, from where you're at, you can see like out where there's the people kind of outside. There is certainly more activity around those SUVs that are out there, and there's people like kind of like listening on earpieces and stuff like that, and they are definitely like getting like assault rifles out of the backs of those SUVs and like starting to head towards the doors.
Okay, I am going to check my pockets for something that might help with disrupting communications, maybe. I don't know. Can I say that I have some microtronic tools? Because I feel like that would help with what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
Okay, so like with that and my coding and my smartness, I like can send a scrambling effect over communications so that they all frequencies except the one that I'm using are getting a lot of static, or like no, it's they've got the you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch, coming through on it. And yeah, and so very panically trying to do this.
Okay. Yes, you have access to some microtronics tools, right? You're able to check that from your gear list. So then we would just need to figure out, like, what is the approach and skill roll to try to scramble their communications.
So the approach would be smartness, even though I'm slightly panicked because a gunshot went off, and I heard something about a grenade, and children, and then also big guy got out of thing, and then coding as my skill. Yeah. Oh shit. I got a 4, a 3, and a 1.
Okay. It's partial success.
Okay.
So yeah, I think what happens is you do manage to put out something that's going to disrupt communications. I think that you managed to end up doing it in a way where like the feedback kind of comes back on you also. Examples of harm in here. So we'll give you like level 1 harm.
Okay.
I am not thinking of an adjective to use for it right now.
Tendinitis.
Tinnitus? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. There we go.
And is that just to me?
Yes.
Good.
Right,
I
like
have
there's
very
that
sensitive
squall. There's
ears
that
for
yeah.
that
There's that
bit.
squall back to you, and then like that like the ringing and the dampened hearing as you're like
Yeah,
trying to pay attention.
and
to what's
so
happening around you.
probably would make me a little vulnerable if somebody came up behind me or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, definitely panicked. Definitely having trouble keeping my cool because I am normally on the back end of this shit.
Yes, so that happens. You see, like those guys, they were starting to head towards the door, and they all kind of like, what's going on? Like they kind of like punch over, and then you see like the middle SUV just goes forward into the back of the one in the front, and about 8 feet of chromed super buff dude with goat legs and horns is like they're having like shoved it out of their way, and starts to pick up speed towards the door.
I will very ineffectively try to run like so that I will trip him up and look up knowing that this is gonna hurt and be like, crush me, Krampus.
Why are you?
Trying to use the flirt die, damn it!
I was wondering.
I was like, why are we flirting with the metal man Krampus? But
You don't know what Snips likes.
This is fair. This is fair. Mike, please.
Panicking, damn it!
Yeah, okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
What am I rolling?
Okay, so
Are you rolling?
we're gonna use a flirt die, right?
Okay.
So we need to pick an approach, and we need to pick a skill.
Well, empathy.
Okay.
Because that's my biggest skill, which is a 2.
It's also very empathic to
I'm
suggest.
trying to. Yeah, you're trying to connect with this person.
I
Yes.
am.
Okay. And then a skill that we feel is appropriate.
A skill that is appropriate. Streetwise. I can do streetwise. I can do streetwise.
Do you have anything in influence?
I do not. I have coding, analyze, rigging, sciences, streetwise, and tailoring.
Okay. Yeah, right. Somebody like this, Streetwise gives you some sort of a hint there, I think, maybe.
Okay.
It's,
So that puts me at 4 die, right?
right.
Because 2 in empathy, 1 in streetwise, and then the flirt die.
Yep. Look, it looks like you don't have a regular bonus die. There's one more stray bonus die out there.
Quick, somebody donate $10 to give me a bonus die.
Well, no, I think Mike was saying you could take one. There is a
that's one that is like,
Okay,
yeah.
I will
There was a
take
bonus die
the
that-
free floating bonus die.
Okay.
So that puts me at 5.
That puts you at 5. I think as far as like how dangerous is this concept, I'd put that at a 4. That's bad.
Yes.
That's very dangerous. And I think like as far as like how much effect this is likely to have, we'll put that down to a 1.
Okay.
This is probably
He's
not
on a
the way to
mission.
try to deal with this person. Yeah. They are headed somewhere.
Yep.
But
when have they ever heard "Crush Me, Krampus"?
Well,
that might be
you don't know
enough.
what Krampus likes.
I don't know what Krampus likes. I don't. That's very true. Okay, are we ready? Is that everything that I can possibly do? Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, so there's a 6, 4, 4, 2, and 1.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's a full success. It's not a critical success. I think like you have not like convinced him to stop going or anything like that, but there is a moment here where he is very confused about what's happening. And like he breaks stride for a second, like, what? Like what is going on? Right?
And also, who made your suit? Cause nice.
So yeah, the Krampus has the Cyber Krampus has stopped in his tracks for a moment here, just confounded on before trying to advance to where he was headed before. As the other guys behind are starting to be like, that was weird. I don't usually hear stuff like that through the earpiece, and they're starting to kind of like come back together.
Dun, 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 dun.
Meanwhile, up on Christmas Mountain here,
Up on the mountaintop.
yes, up on the mountaintop, we have this guy, this dad, lying on his back, like, oh no, and then I don't think it's like everything explodes, right? As much as there's this huge ball of sparks that goes off, like just electrical, like goes off. There's probably a few people who get like super tased that were standing near where it goes off, happens when it goes off. But there's this definitely like a pulse, one might call it magnetic or electrical in nature, or electromagnetic in nature. And then like a lot of the light bulbs kind of like shine super bright and like go dead, and like the lights in the area just kind of like drop, like just stop casting light. You do probably hear a lot of other people in the area kind of like like what's going on, like people who have cyber are like grabbing it and stuff like that. The two of you too definitely do feel like something happened here, and like your augments aren't operating properly.
I would love to, if I need to push, to go up on the mountaintop, stab.
Ah!
Everybody
The
doing their
look on
part for the
Mike's
Christmas
face was
cheer.
priceless.
Yeah, right. Like let's do it by doing it.
Okay. So if I'm going with my blades, I would have 5 regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I think just to be sure, since my dice have not been kind, I would like to use my bonus die. I don't think I could argue that this is flirting for most people.
I mean, have you been on Beyonce's internet? I'm just saying, like, yeah, knife play is a thing.
Okay.
So what are we rolling?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was rolling close combat with body blades. I was trying to, let's re-roll the dice and forget that happened. I was trying to go for smartness using the EMP as a distraction.
Okay.
To get up and close, and if I have to push through my own cybernetics to make that happen, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So would that be a stress?
2 stress to push. Yeah.
Okay. Then I would be rolling 6 dice because of the bonus die.
Okay.
And the same roll happened. A crit.
Okay. Yeah, you shove your way past the last elf that's up here. They go cartwheeling off with like a Wilhelm scream off the top of Christmas Mountain here. As we get up to Santa, kind of hunched over, grabbing his gut, like the fake beard is completely off. We can just see Billy Bob Thornton here in the Santa costume, but it's cleaned up Dr. Nick, Billy Bob Thornton, here as you kind of like come up with your blades and lay into him. Just
And because I want to make sure that this is known for charity, I have 5 dice. So the last die I rolled was the bonus die, and it turned a full success into a critical. It's a beautiful thing.
yes. So in one fell swoop here, you may have just like and like
He's Billy Bob Hurton.
His whole head. Yeah. Is he Billy Bob Hurton, or is he like head in a duffel bag? So
True. His Billy is bobbing into the duffel bag.
okay, all right. Yeah, like there's the shot of like Imp comes up here and like gets the drop on him, who is not a combat dude at all. But like you get to reach down and like, all right, I'll grab this to like take it with us. And as you do, and you kind of like get that like view of the face, it's like, this is someone familiar.
Oh,
It's like, I know this face from somewhere.
we're going to stuff that down for a second and also stuff the head into the duffel bag. So it's double stuffing happening.
It's gonna push those feelings way down.
Eating to Oreos.
Push that baggage into baggage.
Yeah. I would like to apologize for the physical pain I just caused to Nyx.
So, Mike, it was an EMP grenade, correct?
Yes.
Cool. So, he sees Krampus. And he does the full JoJo meme. You approach me as I rip out a rotating grenade launcher out of the bag.
I know it's going to be on the list, right? Like, larger heavy weapon, check 2 boxes. Yeah, you got it.
When most people think of a revolver, they're talking about a pistol.
Oh,
when
no.
Cam thinks of a revolver, he's talking about a grenade
It's an
launcher.
M40 grenade launcher. And
My
right,
question is, do you check to see if your backblast is clear before you fire?
Oh, this is the rotary one. This isn't like an RPG. It's like I got like
Okay.
6 or 7 of these. So it's made for indoor. And I want to fire, obviously, at Krampus. My thing is, how do I all right, so Nick, your character's there. Correction. Can it be incendiary grenades?
You can
the
sacrifice
left?
my character. That is okay.
I refuse. Not as like a player thing. I think this is just Cam. He's like, I love my team. I refuse to hurt my team, but he needs to die.
Are you asking if you can have incendiary grenades, or
If I fire him, I'm basically trying to keep the blast just contained to him. So like blowing up grenades, kind of not good, but setting Krampus on fire seems appropriate.
Are you saying you want a flaming demon coming toward us? Because that doesn't sound better.
I'm working on it. Boss. Give me a second.
Okay.
Trust the
Combat
process.
is what I do. So like, yeah, I'm committing to it. Flaming grenades.
Yeah.
All right, so where's my sheet? Come here, sheet. So it's 2 for aggression, range combat, another 2, because it's in rifle form, can I argue that my expertise is rifle?
No, that's pushing a little hard.
All right, all right,
This
all right,
this is
all
a
right.
heavy weapon, not a rifle, right?
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. What's my devil's bargain here?
Well, Nyx is right there. or Snips is right there, rather.
Snips is
Because
right
Nyx
there.
does not exist within the game. Just have Snips.
Because I feel like if I don't kill him this time around, I'm gonna need the stress to fight him. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the devil's bargain. To give Snips a chance, because I think Snips knows him well enough. Clear. Warning shot. Yeah, nah, I got it better. Warning shot. And you hear this. Doop, 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 doop. All right, so that's what, 5? Yeah, 5, right? 5.
That's 5 dice.
5 dice. Yeah.
Okay. So as far as like threat and danger of the situation, I'm gonna put it at I'm kind of tempted to put it at 4 again. Maybe not so much because it's danger to you, but because like there are people that you care about, like indirect adjacent spaces here, like
That's okay.
complicated situation with the
he knows
potential
that-
things to go wrong.
Cam knows that Snips always has like sufficient lightweight armor on.
That's fair, but also
Yeah.
I think okay, all right.
Right.
What's my effect?
2, which is standard.
Okay. How do I raise my effect? Can I raise my effect?
You can push to raise effect.
That's 1 stress or 2?
2.
Fine, I'll do it. I want to raise that
Okay.
effect. All right, show me potato salad. Got a 5.
Okay, that's a partial success. You hit him and good. I think there is also still the devil's bargain was that Snips is going to take harm here.
It's fine.
Sorry, like
It's fine. It's
you're
only a
going to play
flesh
games
wound.
with other people's characters. We'll give Snips like level 2 harm burned.
I'm gonna say burns so good.
And I'll make a let's kill Krampus clock.
I got
I'll make that a 6-tick clock, and we'll give it 2. That good?
Sure.
Cool. I will drop it and start making my way. Because when I realize it didn't kill him, I'll be like, I'm your challenger now.
Right. Meanwhile, back over in the like projected security zone, how long? All right. Evelyn and Snips, and I don't remember who we've kind of like gone back to most recently.
It would be Evelyn's turn.
Okay. All right. Then yes, trying to get out of the like projected like caution within this area. Do not leave. Like place your hands in the yellow circles on the wall. Don't move.
I am a meat popsicle.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm dashing to try to find cover. I think hesitates for a moment seeing this giant metal Krampus. And I'm going to spend one of my load for extra ammo. I would like to swap over to armor piercing shots if I could.
Okay.
Just if for nothing else, for flavor. And I think she just says fuck it and runs for a table and kind of flips a table up and kind of braces her rifle on top of it. I'm gonna take a shot at this Krampus's knee, I think, to try and help Cam.
He does have the digigrade backwards knee like goat legs. Like they're cyber legs, but they are like the little backwards like hold like But yes,
He
the
went the
sixth
extra
shot.
mile for the cosplay.
Oh no, this guy is like he's like the team of other people have the like Krampus kind of he's kind of got like chains and it's kind of like he's like I wrote it down somewhere near just shy of total cyber psychosis. That's what I've written down. So he has handlers to try to keep him in line and like he's not in line right now.
Mm.
No, he's
Um,
not in line. He's on fire.
Overcomes, I'll
Christmas
call
is
out to
coming.
Cam. On your left, don't sneeze. There is a 6 in there.
Okay.
Sorry, I was ranged combat, sniper expertise,
Oh,
and
yes,
stealthy if possible.
So yeah, I think threat for you is probably 2 and effect was you've got the armor piercing round, so we could call it a 3. And it was a success. So we'll put 2 more on the clock. That's 4 out of 6 for him. Sound good for everybody? Like it's Blades, man. I'm making it up as I go along.
We really should start thinking about leaving.
Yes, I think he's there. He's like taking this like blast. There's flames. He's kind of like wiping like whatever like the like napalmy type stuff that was in the rounds is off of him. It's like all over the stuff that's around, and he probably like does like a whole like I kind of thinking like General Grievous kind of thing where like his arms, because like his huge muscled arms kind of come up, and there's kind of like these 2 like skinny little robot arms on each side that come out with like these 2 huge like Hellboy revolvers. They just like handed it up to him and just like, like
Why am I imagining
Hello there.
Oro from Mortal Kombat?
yeah, Cam, you said you were charging his direction, right? Like this.
Yeah, no, I'm charging at him.
Okay.
Like,
So this is the part where we get to ask the Blades question, like, do you want to resist what happens next? Like,
can I just click and say I have 2 heavy armor to reduce the effect?
yes.
That sounds. You know what? How do you resist again?
Resist is you pick an approach, I believe, in this one. Pick an approach that's appropriate for like try what he's like. He opens fire with 2 giant screw off revolvers, right?
You know what?
On
Then
you.
aggressive athletics. I was gonna use close
we could
combat, but
resist.
I don't think I'm close enough yet. I think it's gonna be my next turn that I'm basically in his face. Like right now, I'm in mid charge, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to find how their resistance works here because they break things up a little bit separately. Convey how you are resisting to reduce the severity of a consequence, or at the GM's discretion, avoid it entirely. Then choose a method. Mark and deplete either special resistance or a fitting type of armor. So yes, you either spend armor to resist, or you have to spend special resistance.
No, because I'm in a fabulous dress, so I don't have my armor. So we are going for full. I see the revolvers come out, and I immediately just I try to do a front flip. I'm gonna try to front flip to miss the bullets. I'm gonna straight Neo it. Actually, no. Better yet, I'm gonna just Neo it. I'm just gonna lean backwards. That's what I'm doing.
So what I'm thinking is that this is a flashback to when you bought your augmented reflexes.
Okay. I'll take that stress.
So yeah, one stress to do the flashback.
So I have a same Devastand. I'm just calling it.
2 stress to do the flashback.
Oh, what do you mean it's 2?
One stress to something that's like, oh, that could definitely have happened. And 2, it's like, that's kind of a lot. Like, it's like,
I said Devastand. Fine. I'll just take the 1 and I have augmented joints or something.
Okay. Yes.
Can't
so
afford
we,
two
we,
stress.
we take the stress. You have some form of augmented reflexes. We can write that down for later.
Okay.
You can mark this as special resistance, which I'm not sure if there's a space for in there, but you only get one checkbox for that anyway. So this is it. Roll the appropriate approach. Don't add a skill.
Okay. So
If you opt to deplete a relevant gear, you can get an extra die.
what's a relevant year?
That is a good question for trying to dodge out of the way of a giant pistol. No,
I mean, I feel like I work for Biotechnica, so maybe I get a lot of money, but my contract's another year.
yeah, I'm not sure there's another one here that feels like a good oh, I'm just out of this to do the thing, right? So I don't know. So your approach was aggressive, right?
Yep.
Okay. So roll 2 dice.
Okay. Let's go. I got a 5. Let's go. Coming up.
Okay.
This is my usual.
It says 4 or 5. Not bad. Mark 2 stress.
So, guys, just letting you know, I am out of stress.
Well,
If I
that
click-
causes stress for me, knowing that.
So it's like if I click one more, I go into overload. Overload, you can't perform actions that would require lightning bolts or make a resistant roll. So
I'm sure it'll be fine.
So
Yeah. So it's actually so you checked your final available stress box, Chasey?
yeah, well, I haven't gone into overload yet. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's marked out differently on that sheet than what I had on this one. Okay. Okay.
So it's like I'm overload. So like I can't help you guys do flashbacks or push. So I'm still in the fight, but like I have to be here for the to take hits. Like I can't just dodge anymore.
So that also has effects in terms of your other approaches when it happens too. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like that's. Yeah, an approach of your choosing becomes permanently glitchy and incurs a complication. So when I try to be smart, there's problems.
Oh great! So
and then there is a list of complications in the paper.
I love that for me. I love that for me. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
Who's next?
Yeah. Who haven't we talked to lately?
I mean, if we're back in
the last thing I did was stuff a head in a bag.
Okay.
So if I may suggest a slight flashback for me and Imp, or for me and everybody, where I gave everybody a retraction link so that if anybody got the bag, they could throw it to me and I would take, or they could throw it to an available person and they could get the objective done. That's been my thought for the last 5 minutes, and I've just been waiting to say something.
Okay.
So I'm sending it along a thread to you, it sounds like.
If that's permissible, then I'm thinking that might be the way to go, since Krampus is no longer focused on me. Even though I'm hurt, I can get to an elevator.
So I think, yes, we can definitely have a flashback to it. I think the thing I'm trying to figure out for me is that something that was really likely to have happened, or is that something a little bit where we have it's 2? Is it 1 stress for the flashback to make that, or 2?
I was trying to argue the threadbare point because to make it more likely.
Well, and also we had already established that there was the threadbare stuff around the area, like the ornaments and whatnot. So kind of playing off of that.
Okay. We'll take it for one.
Okay, I will take 1 stress for that.
Cool.
So I guess I'm shooting that back and then going to go have a close personal chat with Krampus.
Okay.
I'm open. I don't actually say that, but
Okay.
I'm thinking it.
Yeah. So when this thing is there to try to kind of transition this or transport this thing between the two of you, like what's that look like? What's that? How does that kind of a device operate?
So I feel like it's some kind of like. So we're inside of a glass dome, right?
We're inside like a mall where there's kind of like there's the balconies on like the upper levels. We're on like the lower level.
Okay.
And it's mostly open space, except for like up in like the higher areas in the center. There's like kind of that dangling stuff that they've been projecting lights onto that like it looks like it's snowfall kind of.
So could it work like attaching the bag to the grappling hook, have the grappling hook hit one of the balconies and attach there, and then have it swing in my direction?
Yes.
Okay. I has smarts sometimes.
I feel like this is probably, because we've worked together in the past, something that we have done a dozen times.
And it didn't work all the time, but when it did, it was effective.
Has it worked other times before this?
Once.
The first
In
time in
practice.
practice, it worked. And then the other 8 times in the field, not so much. But this time,
This
nailed it.
time, in a clutch, while I'm burned, it's gonna work.
Okay. Yes, that is moving through the air on this like grapple that goes out, like kind of like swings it along. Headed in Snips's direction. Snips, how do you get there to grab it and like avoid flaming Krampus and his giant pistols?
Well, I figure Krampus is already like away from me because he was making momentum towards the thing. So I kind of like pat myself out and see that it's coming, and just kind of like, and then I hit the release button to release the clip. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
I'm
So
out
let's-
of technical imagination right now.
It's here, it's coming along the arc, and like when I hit this, it'll detach, it'll follow. I just gotta
Yeah.
catch it when it lands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's a role we can make happen for that?
We can make smartness, analyze, and I've only used one of my gear, so could I
Would-
say? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Would I be able to do set up a teammate?
Yes.
And what would, I guess, smartness, athletics, something along those lines?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have rigging. Rigging would work, right?
Rigging is electronics, robotics, heavy M. I think
Okay.
they might mean that in like the Shadowrun sense of like driving and drone operation kind of deal.
I got a 5.
Okay.
A 5. Okay.
So smartness, Analyze. What is so? I'm seeing tracking device, and I feel like you could possibly use that as a like directional. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3. Do I have to take off 1 die because I'm at harm 2 though. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, keep your fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers and toes. Yeah! I got a 6 and a 4.
Cool. Yes, that's full success. Okay. It's like you're like, click the thing, you're like, oh no, that was too soon. That was too soon.
Ow, this really hurts. Okay. Elevator time.
Yes.
You get the bag. I have a date.
Okay. Don't die. I'm going to go get our money.
And I'm just imagining like running down the like escalator or whatever down the mountain to get closer to Krampus.
You're not even like going down like the steps part. You're like the side where it's like it's on an angle and it has the layer of like quilting on it that looks kind of like snow, just like straight down it. Like just all right. Kim, you were headed over there already. Correct? Casey?
Yes.
Yes.
For
Okay.
some reason, I forgot my name. Yes, I did. Yes.
You're under a lot of stress. It's okay.
Well, because I've been
you
thinking
get a
about next.
brand new name for one night, and like,
Yeah.
that's not
So,
it.
Mike.
Have you been suffering from stress at work?
Yes, actually.
Yes, a lot. So Mike,
Yes.
I feel like this is my only chance. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna take my chance. I want to use close combat. I want to use my specialty in jiu-jitsu. And I want to use aggression. And I want to be able to wrap around him and then bite down on his head to rip it off. I was gonna do it to Billy Bob, but we decided to slice him up like a potato. So I'm now going after Krampus. Somebody's getting their head bit off.
Okay.
I am not playing a shark man for somebody
not
not to
letting
get
that
their
happen.
head bit off.
Okay. Pick your approach. Pick your skill. Threat, close combat with Krampus. 5.
Fine.
Okay.
Cool. I have my
effects-
metal jaws.
Effects 2, right? Like this is
Okay.
everything. You got your metal jaws. He's got everything chrome.
Mhm.
Like he's Adam Smasher with goat legs, right? He's
I mean,
he's bad news.
these babies are chrome. What, you don't think he don't have a grill? He went to
I
Paul
know.
Wall. He went to Paul Wall the Third. This is titanium, baby. I heat treated. Got the purple glow going on with it.
Yes, I'm just setting stakes, right? Like,
All right.
this is the giant cyber psycho dude, and you're getting up close and personal with him.
Does my jaws add that's boosting my effect. So it's five dice.
If so, like you were in the EMP, and what we did with Imp was that he had to push to use his cyberware.
Oh, I can't afford to push because they'll put me in overdrive. Screw it, we'll push it and put me in overdrive.
Okay.
We're sending it. I want his head.
All right.
Can I
risking
assist? I'll take the stress instead.
Assist is usually if you help, it's you doing something where you take a stress and give them a die.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was saying. So you don't have to push yourself into overdrive. I can assist and give you that die instead.
I think so. I think what it is though is that to use my jaw, I have to push.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got hit with the EMP. I mean, I'll
Gotcha.
still take the assist.
Yeah, I'll assist. Why not?
All right, 6 die, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Give me double sixes. I got 1 5 and a whole lot of 3s.
Oh,
Oh no.
okay. You get up there. You certainly do hurt him. I'm going to put another tick on the clock. That puts it at 5 of 6. But there's definitely that moment of like you jump on it and like you clamp onto his neck and like he's like howls in like this weird cyber roar type noise as you bite down, as he like kind of like reaches back with one hand and like the other has the gun.
Wouldn't you know I have armor?
Okay, good, because that's going to start at level 4.
That's awesome. I got heavy armor.
So you have one checkbox to use regular armor. That would bring it down to level 3. Rank 3. And then the heavy armor will bring it down to rank 2.
Cool.
Okay. So we give you rank 2. I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah. Head wound.
Head wound. I think he got the skin and he chipped some of the teeth and went across, like the bullet scraped across his jaw. He's like, that's like gonna need realignment.
It's not like he hits you here. It's more like he like kind of like through the cheek out the back of the jawline kind of scenario.
Hey,
you come in with the big shark jaws. That leaves space for
I was like,
that's that.
I was like, people dig scars. Chicks dig scars. Cool
but I think you do land on the ground. Like,
oh, that's fine. Cool bullet hole.
I do have an idea for how to take him out.
We're here for it.
Well, yeah, I'll leave it up to you. Like, there's you and Evelyn still here with space to go. Like Snips is trying to run off with the bag. Cam just like came off his back, and there's 2 of you who can still kind of like he's still here and he's still up. He looks really unhappy.
I really want to take out the goat legs.
Okay. So are you talking about taking out the goat legs as like this is the thing that like kills this dude, or like I'm just trying to like take him down onto the ground?
The idea would be that I would like come down, kind of wheel out one of the larger blades from her arm and like sweep under, cutting through, knocking him down so he collapses on his own chrome.
Okay. So then my next question, I think, is that a setup for Evelyn?
Ooh, that would be a good kill shot.
Right?
Because
is that
it would
you
be
knocking
on the
him
ground,
into a
not
position
moving.
where the
I
shot
like
is
that.
easier to take?
Yeah.
Okay.
You good with that, Anna?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And I would say this is aggressive close combat with the body blades. And I think that's everything.
Yeah. So the threat for getting up in close combat with him is still going to be 5.
Okay.
And your effect is going to be 2. Just
okay. Got a 5.
Got a 5. Okay. Yes, you take him down probably on top of you, and he's 8-foot muscle-bound dude of chrome.
Meaning there's
that is-
3
that is-
feet
that's a
for
lot of
Evelyn to
crushing.
shoot at.
Yes. He will do like level 3, like crushed is like the default harm. I think is that he will go for.
I would say I can at least take 1 armor.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. So it would be
Level 2, like pinned. I'm not sure how
Okay.
else to describe it really.
hit it.
You knock him down, and I think there's the moment that you're waiting for the shot stretches out longer than you feel like it should, because the food point is the location-based waypoint. The food court is the location-based waypoint for mobile game. So she's behind the table right now, very quickly taking care of that. So that second stretches out, and then she pops back up over the table and takes the shot.
I love that there has been a consistent mobile like gotcha game in the background of this. It is so appropriate. I love this.
There's a special event going on right now, and she has to get the event pull. It's going to
I mean,
end
I
at
understand.
midnight. She has to get
It's
You gotta get the specialized Disney princess in the Christmas outfit. I get it.
Mhm.
you can only unlock this bonus if you're playing the game at a
It's-
mall on Christmas Eve.
It's Goofy in a Mrs. Claus dress. You have to get it before midnight.
I love that.
So this is going to be, I'm hoping, stealthy and ranged combat with sniper expertise.
Yep.
And I will spend a stress for my ocular targeting system.
Okay.
So I am rolling. I need another die. I'm rolling 6 dice.
Okay.
Wait, how much
Um,
stress is to push yourself? Is it 2 or 1 in this one?
2 to push yourself.
Hmm.
1 to help someone else. 2 for yourself.
I'll just go with 6. It's fine.
Okay.
Or no, I have a floating.
Threat-
I have a floating die. I will roll. I haven't used my
Oh
extra one
yes,
yet.
you still have your bonus die.
Yep.
It's
I will roll 7 then.
three threat and 2 effect.
Shockingly, with 7 dice, only 1 6.
That's all we need.
Still a full success. Yes, he's probably like he's there on top of Imp and probably like starts to like push his shoulder back up from the ground, and that just exposes his head even more, and like "Ksing!" and like there's like a hole in the metal, and like it probably leaks out. Like initially we're like, oh, it's gonna be blood, and it's like translucent brown like motor oil looking stuff at first, and then it's followed by blood, and it like collapses back down onto the floor of the mall here.
You just hear Cam.
Got it, boss. And he gets up and he picks up the goat man. And because he's 8 foot, and he just stands and roars at the door. We'll say Godzilla, because I just watched an old Godzilla movie. As he just tosses it, and then picks up boss, like shoulder carries boss, and
Yeah.
starts running towards the end of and the elevator.
Yeah, I think the rest of the guys that had been in the SUVs are probably they're inside the doors over there, and they've got their weapons drawn, but they're kind of like, oh, our mission here didn't go to plan. Back out. We're going home. Time to go. Let's go.
And then they get bowled over by dead Krampus.
Yeah.
And as Imp is being carried out, she puts one more I forget what the money is, but in
Eddie.
Cam's pocket from the back, like I should really be more specific about my wording when you bet that I was going to get horizontal with someone tonight.
You know what, boss? You can keep that one. That's not what I was implying, but We'll talk about it later. And he's saying this as like blood's dripping down. He's like, man, I gotta get that repaired. Hope Paul Wall the Fifth is in town. That fool chipped my tooth.
I am so Snips is comes up on the less disruptive comms and say employee elevators to the left. I am going to use my third bit of my light gear and be like, I have a med kit.
Thank you. You should probably use it on yourself though.
I am not actively bleeding.
Okay, I'm fine. Don't it's fine.
Just give me some black powder. I'll be all right.
I guess I am only passively bleeding.
I like how the sniper got out of this. Probably got the goofy dress. Got the kill shot. Not hurt at all. 3 bullets. Super efficient.
She's good at what she does. She comes running around the corner, rifle across her back, sidearm in hand, and looks at you too. Like, looks you up and down with a questioning look like, why are you so beat up? And then brushes past you into the elevator.
Well, if I didn't have... Never mind.
I think we get a scene of like coming up through like employee staff elevators to like not the front entrance to like one of the nice luxury restaurants here in the Arcology. Inside the restaurant, you can see like there is a holiday party going on, and like Mr. Johnson's in there with like whoever else from Biotechnica that he works with. Here at the back door, his assistant is here. His assistant is a woman who's been sculpted from like the average reading of like what anyone possibly answering a survey decides is attractive. So she's like generically pretty, but also uncanny valley in doing so.
The Stepford Wives, got it.
Yeah, it's there's something not quite right with her, but she's there and she's like, "Oh, you finished the job. Here, I'll take that from you. Here's your payment." It's like, "Nice to meet you, you know, Mr. Cam and Ms. Evelyn and stuff." Like, Mr. Imp, is that like the little demons, or is like the something? Is that is
Not
it
why
short?
she's not.
You know what?
Not
I
why
don't
boss
want
is
to
on my show. Nah, I've been impelled enough today.
Yeah.
Because I haven't put boss down. I just turned around so they can shake the hand and then turn back.
She's like, "Yeah, you should go through the staff elevators."
Can you fix us a plate real quick before we go?
Like,
Yeah.
I think you've got enough money in those cred sticks to cover anything you'd want. But like, thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Johnson will be happy. And then you know who was working in the kitchen, right?
I know who was working in the kitchen.
Yeah, so at the end of the run here, I think everybody gets 2 cred, which is like the currency here. And at the end of this run, everybody gets to make what's called an angle roll, where we kind of figure out, in terms of your approach and having completed the mission, how have things gone? How does the future play out for this character? Now that's like you're hopefully completed with your career as a runner doing these kinds of things. So to make an angle roll, everybody gets to choose one approach to use. If the approach is glitched and nobody reached glitched on anything, you subtract a die. You don't have any debt, that would subtract a die. If they overlooked or failed to comply with one or more mission critical requirements, time constraints, quality, integrity, etc., you made all those, so you don't lose any dice, and you add a die for each marked cred. So you pick whatever approach you feel is appropriate for like your character's future, and add 2 dice to it.
Can somebody else go first? Because I don't know
I can. I mean, I got this. This is gonna be great. So I'm gonna pick aggression, and I guess it's 3 dice because I glitched. Correct? Is that one of the rules?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you actually hit overloaded?
I had to click it to push it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you
All right. So
yeah.
3 dice,
If you're glitched, you lose 1 die.
and then I am. So this is what he wants to do. He is going to build a bodybuilding place, right? Lifting weights, but also it's a super body positive like space. So like, but it's a body positive gym, but it's not like what you call it,
Planet
Planet
Fitness.
Fitness. Yeah, where you get in trouble for dropping weights and shouting. You can still do that, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like all like, yeah, let's go. It's like a very like he's building that kind of space for him in retirement with a like a jiu-jitsu MMA ring in there because he's all about that.
All I see is that one meme of this one guy who goes behind the other guy and like spots somebody
Oh yeah,
doing deadlifts, and then another guy comes behind him
Yep.
and spots him spotting the spotter, and so on until you have 9 people back.
yeah, no, it's that kind of gym. It's that kind of gym. So 3 dice. This is where I'm gonna critically fail. Oh no, I got a 6! Yay!
Okay. So it says you got out of it mostly intact, but why doesn't it feel like a win?
Oh, that's easy. He misses the violence. That's easy for him. He misses that violence. He misses the gunplay. He misses risking his life. This is a safe job. You know, his reputation keeps all the riffraff out, right? Nobody walks in and be like, "I'm gonna rob a place with an 8-foot giant, bio-modded shock man behind the desk," and he kind of misses that.
Cool. Who would like to figure out what happens for their character next?
Not it.
Anna, would you like to go?
I can. I will say, if I fail this, it will be because she blew all of her money on Gashban. Pulls.
I needed more stars to play today. Like this.
So I'm rolling 4 dice.
Cool.
Because I'm rolling with stealthy because she's just trying to disappear. She's taking her money and just disappearing. There are 2 6s in there.
Okay. You succeed remarkably. After all other players are done, choose who you offer a hand to improve the result by 1 step. Describe together how this works in the fiction. So, how does it work out for Evelyn? And then at the end, we can come back and be like, how did Evelyn help somebody else afterwards?
Evelyn disappears. She travels a lot. She hangs up her rifle. Picks up bird watching. I think tours.
You get to reuse the scopes for it, right? That's
yeah. Picks up bird watching and travels a lot to pick up all of the regionally exclusive Disney 500th anniversary Gashapon characters. So it's a good life. A lot of traveling, a lot of bird watching, a lot of gaming.
Cool.
I can go next if you'd like.
Please.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm doing smartness because, as we reveal now, Imp was not in it for the money. And she ends up with a 6.
Okay. You got out of it mostly intact, but why doesn't it feel like a win? And if I can put a little bit in there, eventually, one of the things that people will find out here is that this guy, Dr. Nick Kringle, his brother would refer to him as Saint Nick because he was like the good brother in the family. Um, uh, he had come to Biotechnica because he had been extracted from Militech, and that part of the reason everybody in Biotechnica was so pissed off was they extracted him to bring him into their corporation, and he was there for several years, and he stole all their data to leave to go back to the corporation they extracted him from. But was part of like the project that led to Imp's enhancements.
So Imp did at least learn the person that was responsible for their enhancement, which I've described on the character sheet as a pincushion of blades. Like they have blades coming out of everywhere. But they were not able to get any true answers because they killed the person that was responsible for the experiments. So what they do to keep their own spirits up is they continue to lose just about every bet because they think otherwise people won't put up with them.
No.
Come to the gym. Come to the gym. He has backyard fights.
Not a bad gig.
Oh, I guess I can't put it off any longer, huh? How
It's
many
one roll.
dice am I rolling?
Whatever approach you choose to use,
Okay.
and then 2 more dice.
Okay. So I'm going to use my empathy approach because I'm trying to build a tailor shop where I can just make pretty things for people that fit them right, that have functional pockets and, all that stuff. I got 1 success.
Okay. So you got out of it mostly intact, but why doesn't it feel like a win?
It doesn't feel like a win because of the burns that they got from the from the last fight. People think that that Snips is a lot harder and expects a certain kind of clientele. And so they can't really get out of the game because people keep coming for modified clothing. And because I said I would do it, the name of their new tailor shop is Dangerously Fashionable, which probably doesn't help.
I was about to say that.
I was like, I mean, if I was an edge runner, I would come to your shop.
That is exactly where you go to find armored clothing. Yeah. That's... So yes, Evelyn, you have the option to help one of these other people, to help improve their situation after they have tried to retreat from the edge running lifestyle here. What is that?
I am going to help Snips. Before skipping town, there is a rash of assassinations of high-end fashion tailors in the city.
I love that. Just, I'm gonna pick up
Suddenly,
for you.
Snips is the only high-end fashion tailor in the area. So I think they find that their clientele does improve a bit and get a mixture of people in the game and not in the game.
And at some point, you get a friend request on your game, and it just like sending you the daily friend stuff. Does not actually play the game, plays the game, just like sends it.
True friendship in the modern age.
It's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yes. Thank you, everyone, for helping to murder fake Santa, um, and the chromed cyber Krampus here. And well, to everybody who has been here tonight, taking donations, thank you so much for that. I know
We
tomorrow
rolling?
night we're back for Wild Sea. I think we're kind of end of the night. Oh,
Right.
we have another giveaway to
Yeah,
finish
we
up
have
here.
another giveaway. So yeah, real quick, thank you to all of our lovely guests for coming and playing tonight. This has been a really, really fun game. Get y'all's last minute donations in before we start rolling. Um, real quick, while we're waiting on that, let's start with Sin. Tell the people where they can find you one more time.
Well, I am Synthetic20 on Blue Sky, Asynthetic20 on Twitter if you're still in the dumpster fire. I am going to be around a lot in the next week, actually, and it's all over on Singularity, so it's easy for me to say. On Sunday, I'm going to be playing a Rift of Rapunzel in City of Mist. On Monday, I'm going to be playing an awful preacher man who must die. And on Tuesday, I'll be playing Big Strong Girl at Gay Camp. And then on Friday, I will be playing a respawning asshole in our SCP-themed Chronicles of Darkness game. So you can catch all of those over on Singularity Roleplay. And the big thing is I'm starting my own series on my personal channel, which is Queensgate Chronicles. On February 5th, we will be having the first game there, which is taking place in my own homebrew world that is strongly inspired by the Planescape setting. So if you like some of the lore of D&D but might be looking for something in a different system, how about the system that I am creating in there? So look for more information on that. Follow QG Chronicles on Twitter or Blue Sky, or follow Queensgate Chronicles on Twitter for more information, or on Twitch for more information there.
Awesome, awesome. Anna, tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, absolutely. I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG performer, producer, and podcaster. You can find me on Twitter at Archival Dust Bun and all other social media at Archival Dust Bunny because they give me more letters to work with. As far as where to find me, I stream a lot of places. I am in a lot of shows, and I'm not going to run through the list tonight because I don't want to keep us here. But I am going to mention Monday nights over on the GR Crew. You can find Tears of the Rose, our ongoing Blue Rose campaign. I play a rehabilitated pirate, allegedly, on our adventure as we head out as envoys in training for the crown. Every other Saturday.
I have a question. What
Yes.
part is the allegedly? The rehabilitated or the pirate?
Shrug. A lot of it's allegedly. Every other Saturday, you can find me on Lost Caravan with Fatal Ascension, our Fabulous Ultimate campaign, where I play Cadence, the Time Assassin. Lots of fun there as I skip around with time magic, just making the game hell for Hoop. It's a lot of fun. If you enjoy magical girls and stories and queer stories and stories about grief and finding hope again after devastating loss, check out Bloom and Blight, our Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast. You can find us anywhere you normally get your podcast, and on all social media at Bloom and Blight. And for transcripts and character descriptions, a link to our community Discord, and everything else, check out our website, bloomandblight.com. Follow me on social media to see where else I am. I'm in a number of streams current and coming up, a number of podcasts as well. So the best place to see where and when I'm streaming is on social media.
Fantastic. Nix, where can they
Hello.
find you?
So you can find me here on Twitch as Resident Moon. I'm Resident Moon pretty much everywhere. I have a podcast where I do a weekly tarot reading. So look for Resident Moon card readings. And I make fun things with Fibermancers for Hire. That's most of what my Twitch streams are, is me making stuff. And you can find me here tomorrow for our Wild Sea, playing a mushroom person who loves tea and making other people feel loved and appreciated, and also making them hallucinate because I'm a mushroom, and that's what I do. And one of the giveaways for tomorrow night is a card reading with yours truly. So I like to think I'm good at it. People tend to pay me for it, so awesome. Am I missing anything? If you're in the Roanoke, Clifton Forge area, I do in-person readings as well. You can follow me on Facebook for booking and all that great stuff. I think that's it for right now. I'm getting ready for surgery in January, so I don't have very much else going on.
All right. Mike, tell the people.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here on High Shelf Collective. That's usually it.
Don't get him started on Facebook.
If it's High Shelf Collective and it's Thursday, you can probably find me here. Yeah.
And then my name is Casey. I go by Tabletop Trucker 78 almost everywhere, or Tabletop Trucker. You can find me on Instagram or TikTok for trucking, skits, political rants against the man, and all kinds of tomfoolery. And then you can also find me here in High Shelf Collective, and I'm with our dear Nix. I will be playing a giant. Would you like to see a more talkative group? I know I would. So come watch us tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for Wild Seeds, our season finale. It's going to be awesome.
It's just insecurities on the Wild Sea.
Yes, it's fantastic. And then also you can find me over, I think, Saturday. It's all blurs. Yes, Saturday at Lost Caravan playing Witcher. This should be fun. I'm playing a bear Witcher. Should be awesome. Let's see. Yes. So yeah, like I said, Friday, December 8th, 9 p.m. We will be back here for another round of playing games with Wild Seed. Again, I want to thank everybody who has played tonight, everybody who came and watched us and donated tonight, and a big special thanks to Hanimation and Art Historian for being sponsors for tonight's game. And Mike, help me out on that name, because we have a winner.
That looks like it is Undead Cadaver.
Is it Undead Cadaver? Woo. I love that. That's somebody in the medical field, I feel like. That's somebody in the medical field.
Or somebody who just doesn't like saying zombies.
That's fair. So, yes, Undead Cadaver, we will be getting in touch for you. You have won our wonderful prize tonight, which is the Art Historian PDF pack that comes with the rule book, basically all the DLC. Let me double check that. Yes, it comes with the Black Chrome, the Danger Gal, the Tales from the Red, and the core book. Again, thank you, Artel and Hanimation, for everything tonight. That's all I got. Am I missing anything, guys?
No, but we do want to say thank you to the Lollygaggers who just showed up with another raid.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Exactly at the end.
Oh, you just missed it.
Thank you for dropping by.
But stay tuned. If you just showed up, we will be doing more one-shots and fundraisers for elevated access throughout this month. There's going to be a lot of good content, raising money for a good cause. Lots of cool giveaways. And amazing stories to be told. So please hang out with us whenever you can. We love having you, and we like telling stories.
All right.
Well said.
I helped.
And I appreciate it. All right. Well, that's it for me. I don't have the
Okay.
power to do a raid. Are we doing a raid, Mike?
I don't have the power to press the rate button. That is all David when it's on us for other nights. So yes, thank you all for coming out and for playing with us, for being on stream with us. Thank everybody for coming out and watching and donating and rating and checking things out. Please, Elevated Access can use your donations. They're out here doing good. Let's help them.
Oh, hold on. Wait one more second.
Yes,
I just
we
got
have an all caps message in Discord. Let me figure it out. Stall. So,
All right.
neoclassical Roman architecture is neither neoclassical nor Roman in origin.
I will say as one message of stalling that this was delightful to be on High Shelf for the first time.
Oh, this is
was
your
my
first time?
here. Yeah.
Yay!
And I hope it's the
Mine
first
too.
of many.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
This is fun.
Yeah.
I will say it's not every day I get to play it. It's been a long time since I got to play Giant Shark, man. I am upset that I didn't get to bite his head off. I'm so sad.
You tried though.
Hey,
I
it
did
looks
try.
like we are rating
You-
Lost Caravan RPG.
Oh, let's go!
Oh,
You need to check out the
yeah.
great
Yay.
people
Thank
of
you,
Lost
Blair.
Caravan.
So thank you all so much. Be good to yourselves, friends, fiends, and adorable beings. We'll see you tomorrow.
May all your rolls be crids as we wave until we go over.